Vinny Emini said we are live on YouTube at here emoji this. Vinny Emini said we are live on YouTube at here emoji this. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Welcome aboard, everyone. What exactly is ALGO, and why do our traders absolutely love it? Michael Oathroom. Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Are you ready indeed? Don't forget, trading is risky and all that business. But if trading is for you, this might also be the place for you. Welcome aboard. My name is Vinny Emini. If this is the first time with us, it's great to have you aboard. Drop your questions there in the chat. I think I'm going to do something a little special today. We are going to talk to the struggling trader. I believe our words are powerful, and I'm going to say this word struggle maybe one or two last times here. I don't want like whatever you name yourself, you become. What I mean by that, don't call yourself a struggling trader. Don't call yourself a loser. Don't call yourself a, well, you know what I'm saying. Don't say these negative things. Let's talk about what you need to be. Let's talk about where you want to be, not where you are. Starting there, let's talk about becoming a confident trader. Let's talk about it in a different way. But this is naming this, speaking to the struggling trader. But we're going to talk about how to become the confident trader. I am going to specifically target the tips and tricks that are necessary to hit big P&L. And why do I say that? It's because I'm recognizing in the last series of days, I have been putting up monster numbers. While here, clear charts. And at the same time, you know, we know that not everybody is hitting home runs. And the only way you're going to hit home runs, first, you got to understand how to hit really good base hits. Really good base hits, you got to get really good there first. And to do that, there are tricks to that. And sometimes I get caught up in the, hey, I'm trading, and we don't come back and hit those. And I don't know that I have made enough videos specifically. Well, I have made enough. It's just they have fallen by the wayside. They're deep into the trading series of videos, and a lot of people who are coming in here, we're all like this. We want to make more money faster, and we want to get to things quickly. We are not people who want to wait around. Nobody wants to take time to do things, right? We want to go, what's the fast path? I recognize that. I would want to do that as well. So I'm going to focus in on becoming a confident trader, or increasing your confidence. If you're already a confident trader, talk about increasing the confidence in your trading by focusing in on some of the stuff like, listen, day in, day out, if y'all are in here in the live streams, you're going to hear me say them. I don't have time to reiterate them. I don't have time to emphasize them when I'm in the middle of trading. And today, I would like to kind of start into, at least this video for today, to be concentrated on the how, the putting things together. Like, I know a lot of you guys know what I'm saying when I say Seuss, Dr. Seuss. Now, how many of you as children actually were y'all old enough to have read? Oh man, it's gonna be a perfect play here right now. Okay, right off the bat, I'm gonna get a play here right off the bat. We've got a super AO inside of a grab. Over here on the right, I've got a high time frame. So again, you're gonna get to a point where these just become, you know, it's like a second nature thing to you, but it's not gonna be there on day one. It's not gonna be there on day two.
On the 6th.
You're gonna have to take a lot of swings at these first, to know what's a good play, and sizing, and all those things that I, as a 20-year veteran of the markets now, have started to take for granted. Okay, I'm behind on this entry, so I already know I'm going to be taking the play a little bit early, right? So I just took some off there a little bit early, because I didn't get in perfectly up top. I mentioned these things. I talk about these things in the video. Okay, I'm going to close out the room. Okay, 900 bucks on the first play. Now you're sitting there as a new trader. Maybe you're like, how in the world? How did he do that? Now, if you've been around a while, you know, okay? You know the magic of ALGO box. You know when you see something like this, you know that I want to take that play. But you also, like, knowing what to trade, I feel like that's the easy part. Good morning. Great to see you. I need to get the text here on screen. Let me do that real quick here. Because again, I really want to focus on the, talking to the, again, not going to say struggling trader many more times here this morning, I promise. Okay, we're going to talk about the confident trader, how to become the confident trader. Show you guys maybe how I became confident in my trades. And it's not me, it's not you. These people, there's a lot of liars online in our space, particularly. A lot of liars. A lot of liars, okay?
Fib.NQ on the 6.
It's not you. How many times I saw another video last night, just again, it's like, it's you. Not your strategy, it's you. No, it's your strategy, actually. It's your strategy, it's attacking the strategy, it's knowing tips and tricks on how to add to my position on this red dot here. Worst case scenario, look, I'm gonna add a hard stop. Okay, look, this is for every normal trader coming out of the gate. That is a red dot right there. I put the stop behind the cross, or the stop behind the dot. Now, if you have been through our training program, you know I say these things. At the same time, you guys are seeing me, and like, I don't put in hard stops. I don't come in, and I'm not using ATMs right now because the markets are wild. The markets are extremely hot right now. So I'm doing things to maximize what I can do, but that is not what you should be doing necessarily as a brand new trader. You need to be in your simulated environments, in your market replay, and hitting these over and over again. And then when you're coming in the morning, I know I say it, I know I say 5 trades. Okay, and at the same time, you guys see me yesterday stay online the entire time when the market is hot, the volatility is up, and I'm going out there and crushing trades over and over again, take way more than 5 trades. And I'm like, remember, the plan that I'm, okay, I got to close out the trade. Okay, so, all right, push a little $100 there off of red dot, add to position. I'm going to talk about that. I actually talked with Joseph James and Mo yesterday. We were having a little meeting and talking about, hey, what about the person who has a small account, or a person who is in a trader funding program that has tight stop requirements? And I'm literally saying requirements. Those are added to the already difficult job as a trader. You have additional rules when you're trading someone else's money because you are technically working for them. You're not working for you. Okay? As a trader funding program, you're working for the trader funding program. It's their rules, not yours. So in order to follow those, you're going to need maybe some special things, or picking and choosing your strategies based on the risk parameters that you are locked into. So talked with JJ yesterday and Mo, and what I had said was the smallest risk value on any of our plays is the dot. Okay, if you're taking notes here this morning, today would be a good day to take notes. Now, a lot of you, that's the other thing, is I cannot force you to take notes. I cannot force you to be a good student, but I'm going to try to teach you how to become a good student. You need to be taking notes. And I would suggest you not be like necessarily an old school note taker at the same time. If you're a pen and paper person, okay. Screenshots will be really good, I think, and having things available everywhere because everybody's on their phones. I think it would be good to put it into OneNote. I think OneNote is one of the best. And again, that's a Microsoft thing. Notion, I have not used it personally, but what you want is something that can transfer between PCs. Okay, pick one. I don't know which one you want to do. I'm a OneNote person. If you want to create your own Discord room off on the side where you organize things on the left-hand side, you literally go into our current server, add server, add your own server, create your own server. There's a whole bunch of steps to have to do all that. But get a place where you can put your notes, a lot of screenshots. Y'all, like, again, I hear the struggling trader. Again, I'm going to keep saying that just for a few more minutes, but I want to come back to going, stop saying that you're a struggling trader. We're going to talk about increasing your confidence, becoming a confident trader, and then being a confident trader. Saying things like, I am becoming a confident trader. Say things that are positive. I am getting better every day. Now, at the same time, the same struggling traders, I don't see them here in the public chats. Okay. Like, and I'm saying this to, look, we had a couple of people yesterday writing in our chat that, they're struggling, but at the same time, I've asked these same people to do a couple of things. I realize that I can say it, but now let me codify it. We codify what we do anyway. So I need to create a form of some type because sometimes people need to be kind of spoon-fed through even the process of how to help themselves, and I understand that. Let's get a form. What do I need? Things that I need. We're going to talk about starting from how can I help you better by, well, starting with, I need you to send me a few things, okay? And again, no, I'm not going to say, well, it's all, you're just putting it back on me again. No, I am going to find out what your problem is, and I am going to give you suggestions, whether you do them or not. Now, that is up to you. But I have a bet. If I were to put money on it, I bet I can make you a better trader. I can't guarantee it, but if I had to put my money on it, I would bet I can make you a better trader if you simply do the things that I'm going to tell you to do. Because I have had, literally over the years that we have been public, 10 years. I'm not going to go into the thousands. I literally don't know how many calls I have taken. But for sure, hundreds of people I have spoken to on calls. Hundreds of traders that I have done one-on-ones with. And in all of those, I have kind of started to pride myself on one call to solve them all. What does that mean? That was my goal, but it didn't become my goal until after I realized it was possible. That I just realized I am a problem solver. I am a solutions person. If you tell me a problem, I'm going to solve it. I can't help it. I'm going to figure out a way to do whatever it is. That makes me good at a lot of things. It also makes me difficult for some people who, especially people with egos, for whatever reason, they the person who doesn't like to take advice from other people has a hard time with me, and I just stopped apologizing for it because I found out nice guys finish last. I used to be a nice guy, y'all. Literally go search in our room for type the word friendliest in our chat, and there's a picture from Mr. Manigold that posted all the way back from high school. I was literally voted most friendliest. Yes, and that's, I know that's not proper English, but that's what they put in the yearbook. Most friendliest. I used to be super friendly. But I was also valedictorian in my high school class. And I logically we'll just say logically figured out that nice guys finish last. You don't get things done. Nobody will do things if you ask nicely. Without pressure, there is no diamond. Okay? Pressure makes diamonds. And for whatever reason, I would love it. I even talk with my kids too about this stuff too, and my wife, to say things like, why is it that I can't just ask nicely? Why is it that, when we're trying to get things done around the house, whatever, it's like, why don't you do it when I ask it nicely? Why do you get it to a point where I have to, I'm on my third time to have to say something, that kind of thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes we as adults, we're just big kids. Okay? You guys are not going to want to necessarily do what I'm telling you to do, but I will tell you this. There are traders in our room who, when they simply just did what I told them to do, have literally changed their life. Right? I'm a good person, not a nice one. That's a good way to put it. Like, I have to have become that to be effective, though. And an effective person actually is a good person. There's a whole thing from Jordan Peterson who talked about I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And they say, a good person is not a weak person. It is a strong person under control. Like that person who can control the fact that he could rage, he could destroy, he could do all these things, and holding that under control. Okay, sorry, going on these tangents here. Let's get to what you're going to need to do. I would start with things that I need, and I'm going to make a whole list on this, and I think I'm going to create some kind of form or input or intake area. Maybe just a simple, I like to do things simply. I don't want to make things complicated. I'm here to do the opposite of ICT. ICT will take the simplest of things and make them sound complicated. Instead of saying things like a midpoint or center, he'll say things like consequent encroachment. Nonsense. I'm going to take complex things and make them simple. So here's what I need. I'm going to kind of make this my verbal list first, and I'd like you guys to, in case I missed something, because we have created a lot of videos, and I'm sure as I was kind of even going through my list last night, in my mind of things that I've requested, which ironically, like the very people who asked for help yesterday, I responded within a few minutes, wrote into the room, and then they're ghosted. Like they're not even there. So there is something to you, okay? If you're going to ask for help and then somebody gives you help and then you're just like not there for the help, it's really weird. Okay? Weird to me. But hey, I also understood. I'm like, you know what? People, we all got things. We got lives, we got wives, we got families, we've got things we need to take care of. It's time to eat, it's time to sleep, it's time to, you know, whatever we have. So I'm going to make it an area where you can present the things that I need. Number one, I need you to stand back from your computer area. I'm going to start with where you sit. I'm going to start with, let's just make sure we got some basic stuff. Like we're going to declutter your area. And I have a video on this. Every single one of the things that I'm going to tell you today, I'm pretty sure I have a video on, but it might have been buried. This is why I'm going to consolidate and condense them. I am going to make a video, potentially a series on this, but I want to be able to more easily help you. I used to be able to schedule calls with everyone. I used to. We got too big where we could have literally a call every 40 days while you went through the 120-day program. I was like, okay, we're in your first 40 days. You completed the video series. Now the next set of things, you know what we're doing. We're going into quantity. I want you to get in the batting cage, and I want you to swing at every pitch. Every pitch is going to come down. Fastballs, changeups, curveballs, screwballs, knuckleballs, all of them. I want you to swing at all of them. In your final 40 days, we'll work on, okay, inside the plate, outside the plate. Nope, let that one pass, etc. We work on the filtering in the final 40 days. That's another thing that people will put carts before the horse. Everybody wants to do things faster, and I'm telling you, there are some things that we do need to make sure we've got fundamentals. So let's start with the fundamentals. I want you to back up from your space. Can I zoom in on this? Here we go. I think I have. This one. No. One. There we go. Okay, I want you to stand back from your area. Back here like this. I want you to grab your phone. This. You take a picture of your desk area from back behind it. And look, if you want to clean up your space first, fine, do it. But I'd actually like to see raw. If you're telling me you've got a problem, I want to see where the problem starts. Because yes, I have changed people's entire trading thing, their trading P&Ls just by changing up their workspace. Ask Whiskers. First thing I told Whiskers was we literally trashed his desk, got him a new desk, got him a new setup. Whiskers crushes it in our room all the time. First thing, come back here. Okay, now I want you to take that picture, and now I need to see that. I am your mentor. I need to see it. Now, you don't want to make it public or whatever. You know, listen, your conversations, they're private with me. Now, at the same time, dude, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do any of this stuff. I always tell people all the time, I'm telling you what to do. You do not have to. There is no requirement. I am requesting for you to do that because there might be a thing. I have seen people be like, oh, I've had this desk for forever. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but I can literally tell. And then because I do ask, I'm like, well, how tall are you? Like, there's a guy, he's like, oh, you know, I'm pretty big. I'm like 6'2", 6'3". I got big hands. I'm like, okay. And you're sitting in that little tiny desk right there, and do your knees even fit under the desk? Well, no, I kind of tilt off to the side like this while I'm trading. Like, okay. Listen, IKEA. I'll solve it with a $75 desk from IKEA. Okay, I just need a plank. I need open space underneath. I need some clear space to work because this is gaming. You're a gamer now. If you're a trader, you're a gamer. You can try to pretend upside down and sideways that you're not a gamer. You're a gamer. Okay. The moment that you decide you're going to be a trader, you are a gamer first. And gamers, go into the esports areas. Go look at what esports players. They are meticulous about their setups. Everything is exact. Okay. They got their armrest at the right angle. They will up down their seat thing until the right angle of their arm is perfectly set where their hand lays right there on the desk from elbow right over here, boom, right there. That's it. Okay, we're kind of doing the same thing. Let's start there with the basics because somebody asked me yesterday. Let's go in the ask question section. So they said, here we go. Well, let's pause the music. Okay, here's the question.
Question about Vinny's live stream manual trades, not auto or bots. When he enters on an Enigma, and the blue dashed target line populates, I can see his cursor when he enters the trade, but then I often hear him say targets filled and he closes the trade. My question, How is he closing that trade, because I do not see his cursor move? Is he using his hotkeys? Does he have a setting where the trade auto closes once price hits the blue dashed target line? This is for his manual entries, not the bots. My understanding is that the auto and bots will close trades once an opposing Enigma signal appears. Thanks very much.
All right, and then there's the people who have been in my room and know, there he is, Cole, Popeye, you guys know, hotkeys, right? So, and what's great is other people had already answered this, but I am fascinated. I'm literally fascinated by some of you guys, okay? Look, and I'm here to offend you. This whole thing, we're like, well, Vinny, you're a Christian, why do you offend us? Listen, Jesus offended everyone. He offended people so much they wanted to kill him, okay? Literally, the scribes and Pharisees came to him and said, you know, why do you insult us so? His disciples asked him, Jesus, why do you insult us so? You're insulted because you choose to be insulted, not because he's telling you the truth, okay? I'm going to tell you the truth. You're going to be mad about it? I would like to play that whole, like, I don't care, but actually I do care. I would rather not. It's not like I want to have to tell you what to do, but if you want to succeed, I actually want you to succeed, and I want you to succeed more than I care about what you think about me personally. Okay.
FIP.NQ on the 40.
I'm fascinated by the person who doesn't know we use hotkeys because it's in video 1 and it's in there multiple times, and then it's down in the series of how to set it up. Like, there's like multiple places where you run into hotkeys. I'm here on a live stream, we talk about hotkeys so much there too. So I'm fascinated when somebody's like, I don't know, did he use a hotkey right there? I'm like, dude, okay, let me ask y'all, do y'all not have time to go through training videos? If you come into trading, I'm fascinated by the person who doesn't want to go through training, who thinks that they'll just vicariously like kind of figure it out. They're the people that, when I'm speaking of IKEA, like they go to the furniture store and they want to put the furniture together and they look at the pieces and like, you know, I think I could figure out how to assemble this thing. This probably goes here, this probably goes there. And sometimes that works. But look, I've been one of those people with the instructions. I've put the thing on the back backwards, right? And then you have to undo it and I'll go put it back. You don't want to have to do all that. I'm giving you the short path. I'm here to make this easier. Please follow the process. But anyway, sorry. Fascinated by the people who I just don't think they watch. Or, all right, I'm gonna rag on Joseph James one more time here, just for a minute. He tells me he was watching my videos while he's eating dinner. What? Listen. This is for everybody. Okay. Dear Stupid. Today, I'd like to write to you to tell you you're stupid. I'm watching your videos while I'm eating. Oh, really? And you probably were not eating alone. You're probably eating with a spouse of some type. I don't know. Maybe you're eating on your own. Okay, but regardless, when you are eating, you cannot also be studying. Let me ask you something. When you're in college, I hope some of you went to college. Maybe you didn't. You know, look, college is, I think, not exactly necessary these days. They're more in like indoctrination camps. But in the day, let's say that you're in some kind of thing that you actually needed to be in class to learn. How about even high school? Did you eat at your desk in high school? Do you think you could have actually studied and listened and paid attention and actually absorbed what you watch? Because watching is not enough. I'll tell you, watching me come over here, smash buttons, and trade is also not enough. So this is my Dear Stupid moment. Dear Stupid, do not eat while you are listening to me if you are trying to succeed. Do not watch Netflix while you're watching my stuff. Do not, well, I was out in my garage and I was, I had your stuff off on the side. Wow. Wow. Do you want a hand clap for that? Here it is. Here's your hand clap. Here you go. Where is it? One of these. There it is. Very good, stupid. Wow, that's stupid. That is, I am telling you right now, that is dumb. You are dumb. Congratulations, you are dumb. Are we done being dumb? Are we done being dumb yet? Are we done being dumb? You're trying to figure out why you don't know what I'm doing. How about this? How about you put yourself in a sensory deprivation tank and all you have is right here, this. That's it for a moment. Now at the same time, I think you need a pen and a paper and you need something to take some notes, okay? So don't put yourself in a sensory deprivation tank, but it is time to block out everything else for a minute and pay attention. How about pay attention this time? How about stop telling people the wrong thing to do with my stuff? Whoever you are, everybody. This goes for everybody. Okay, easy one, easy win. How about Don't do other things while you're listening to me. Can we do that? All right, we've still got 4 minutes to the US Open. Oh, we got a divergence. We got a divergence on the 9s. That is a cluster. We could push up through this. I'm just going to toe in the water here on this. We got to... Here's the play. Right click on top. Got a little divergence there. We got a cluster on a low time frame. It's here. If we get any sellers coming in right here. There's a GLR right there and a GLR right there. So I'm already just kind of planning ahead of time that we could pop that. Remember, here we go. Looking for a T1, looking for a 35 tick play here. Let's see if we can get it. We're popping up here. I will Seuss entry. I came earlier and asked about how many of you guys knew Dr. Seuss. I didn't finish that conversation. How many of you guys don't know when I say Seuss, the Dr. Seuss entry, you don't know what I'm doing? Because I saw that too. Like, that's a hotkey entry right there. I just pressed the button and I would have said Seuss right there. How many of you don't know what I mean by Seuss entry?
Harmonic NQ on the 6. Double delta on the CL6.
We are 2 minutes before the open.
Enigma short on the NQ.
Enigma can add to position right there. But I want to get back to our conversation here. There we go. 35 ticks. All right. Locking in another bag there off of the top of the bowl touch all the way to the other side there. No big deal. No biggies. Okay. Back to the conversation. Please pay attention to what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you some really cool stuff. All right. So let's talk about if you're in a trader funding program, dot entries are great, but not by themselves. Not by themselves. If you want to be taking quick trades after a play has already started, take the dot after the entry. What do I mean by that? We'll have some today. Now, mind you, I have my dot set to higher numbers right now because we need to adjust based on a lot of stuff like the current market conditions and all that kind of whatnot. But a dot for your entry on a continuation play may be a spot like if you are having a difficult time playing the parameters that you have been given through trader funding programs, enter in on a dot after the play is set up. So rather than, for instance, this Enigma, although this Enigma ended up going, straight to its target pretty easily, but someone had said, hey, well, I'm mainly Enigma, but the stop is too large. Well, it is on the 6s. Look, let's get the measurement. I'm going to go from, if you got the perfect entry to the top of this Enigma, it's 54 ticks. That's a lot of ticks. That is a lot of ticks to the back of that Enigma. Do we know what we're talking about here? So on an Enigma entry, we only have 3 stop types. Fascinating to me sometimes that people don't know what the 3 stop types are. What are they? You should be pop quizzing yourself right now. What are the 3 stop types? Dot, box, cross. Okay, if you want to write it down in your notes, dot, box, cross. You put your stop behind a dot, behind a box, or behind a cross. Sometimes a triangle, but you're going to put it behind the shape of the entry that we are entering in on. So either dots, boxes, or crosses. Okay. So since that's 54 ticks, do you really want to take a 54 tick stop? Well, remember, I'm on the 6s here. You probably should not be playing on the 6s if you're going to be running Enigmas. In fact, what is the Enigma designed for? How many people know what that is? You go into our Enigma training series and you would know it's designed for algo bar 2s. 2-2 is the ideal. What's 2-2? Algo bar 2s, confluence level 2. That's the ideal for Enigmas in general. However, when the market is insanity, like it is lately, you're going to have to go higher. Now, mind you, that's also because I'm trading in Q. You do not have to play in Q. If you are new, don't play in Q. How about write that one down? If you are new, don't play in Q. Go ahead, write it down one more time. If you are new, don't play in Q. What do you mean, Vinny? What should I trade? How about anything but in Q? How about RTY? How about Dow? Or how about ES? And I'd leave ES out too because ES be a guide, so let's narrow it down. I would probably be playing RTY or the Dow. Okay, you're not going to have as dramatic and drastic moves. You'll be able to have more control over speed, etc. Yeah, NQ can either kill you or make you filthy rich. That's true, right? And now, if you are, you know, if you're going to go for that kind of gambling, like, hey, I'm just going to, you know, I need to make, okay, we're going to get a continuation here. So this is a spot where after we've got a play, take the next dot type of thing, okay, in that direction. Now, this one didn't work out, but look at the little tiny stop right there. If you entered in on that dot after the Enigma, be like, okay, let's see if I get a continuation play on that Enigma. The stop for this, that's 10 ticks. Look, okay. Add to the position once the position is already told itself that, okay, yeah, it's going that direction. Fantastic. I will take the entry off of the dot, and that's the risk level scenario. Now, hopefully that dot lands right here. Hopefully you want to see the dot right here, and then we get the dot and hit the target. Okay. We're going to have a play set up right here. Okay. Ready DD. Drop. And there's another 30 bag right there. There we go. Up 2K here. I'm over here just gabbing away, talking about, hey, we're going to load up. That is, there's a lot of stuff going on there. We're at the top of the channel. We've got a super AO. Plus, we have a PRZ cross, right? You see all of that? That's a confluence, easy trade. Could you just wait for that play? You could. How about entering in on one of these instead of the Enigma play? Because what's the stop on a cross? Okay, so from the entry to the stop of the cross, that's 28 ticks. Can you handle that? Well, maybe not. Well, then don't trade off of the sixes. Okay, go down to the lower time frame so that your stop is smaller than that. And hit the ones that hit perfectly, and the ones that stop out, they stop out. Small stops. Right? So here we go. We've got an Enigma play right here. There's the dot. So take the dot right after it. Now, this one, again, this is too fast. Why is it too fast? Because it's in queue. You do not have, if you are new, don't play in queue, right? Now, you can practice with it. Practice the really fast stuff, and then go to something slower, right? There's your red dot behind it, okay? Here's where I would enter in on that red dot. Boom. There we go. I'm going to enter in on the red dot. Now, if it stopped out, boom. I would have stopped out 10 ticks right there. I'm going to go ahead and close out this trade for a loss here because this is on a run, and I'm seeing that right now that we're about to go. Oh, there's okay, well, now I have to work to be, okay, there's a headshot, so I'll add in on my headshot, and we'll see if we can get that back in. We're on king timing here, delta shift. Wow, can you please hit my trades? All right, they're not feeling me. I'm gonna take the loss. Okay. Again, that what I just did right there, like, you're not gonna be ready to do that on day one, and that's difficult to do in a trader funding program. You can't live through a scenario like this. Okay, one of the people that said that they were struggling yesterday said, "Well, I'm trading on the Enigmas, but in my trader funding program, I'm like, are you trading in Q?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm trading in Q." Dude, you're not going to trade in Q with Enigmas, where just an Enigma alone, the back of that is going to be, well, in this case, it said 35 ticks, but these can be 50 plus ticks on the sixes. What I'm doing out here is trading a normal account, which, by the way, trader funding programs are designed to move you into live. They are all saying it now. They're all saying, like, okay, yes, come, follow our rules, do our thing, and then transition yourself into a live account, because that's the ultimate goal for all, I believe, every single trader, is to get into trading your own account, having the freedom of your own account. Don't trade for someone else, trade for yourself. Trader funding programs are a great stepping stone in that direction, but you need to know that it's going to be difficult, which can be good or bad. It's like going to the batting cages and swinging with a heavy weight on the bat first. Do it difficult, and then it becomes easier after you have gotten a chance to swing a lot, right? So that Enigma did not work. That one did not even go to its target, so we currently have a cadence of 1. When we have a cadence of 2, I want to turn on full auto. That's the other thing, is if you're trading Enigmas, question to the struggling trader who needs to become a confident trader: are you playing cadence like I do? Where I'm going to go, okay, I count a couple. There's a red dot over on the right. I can look to take this again. I'm going to go ahead and go in on this right there at king timing. The stop value would be right back by here behind it. Let's see if we get to our target. Wait for it. Again, we're right here at the open, and also that those first 5 minutes are very wild, right? How many times do I say, like, don't trade at the open, right? Sit on hands for the first 5 minutes. As a new trader, and the rules that I have written out are really for sure, particularly for the new person. I even, I apply them as a veteran trader myself most of the time as well. Let's see, we had that dot there. Didn't quite get the target again. It's going to be a second. Is this going to be a cadence of 2? Or are we going to go down there? We're going to go get my target.
2-finger NQ on the 40.
There we go. Target's filled. Okay. We're gonna hit all the tips and tricks today. Okay, all the tips and tricks, and then we're gonna work through it. Okay, so number 1, we talked about, let's start from back behind the desk. I got the picture of the desk. Next thing, let's look at, I need a screenshot of your entire workspace. So zoom back to here. I want a picture of the entire workspace. I want to see everything. Let me see all of your charts. All of your charts. What's your layout? Let me take off of always on top here. Okay, I want to see all the charts. Let me see your layout. Let me see what's going on. Like, one of the things that I like to do, there's my bullseye for my buttons right there.
Divergence down NQ
the square of my vision is here. Okay, got this section. Where is the center mass of the screen? Here, right? Okay. Do you see how the buttons are pretty close to being in that center? I like the buttons personally center. Now, if you are on a small screen, not a 4K, which is weird in today's age, I just don't understand why you would not be on. I got an Enigma play right here. I'm going to take this Enigma. Pretty much, if I get Enigmas here in the morning, I'm going to take them. They're just too juicy.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
I don't like that we're on strong buy here, but it's a 23.8.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Double dot right on it, unfortunately. Go all the way down, hearing sellers, and close it. Target's filled. Okay, so what do we say? Again, over on the right, I saw that we also had a high time frame confluence along with that, so I held it out for a little bit longer. You know, I'm going to tell you guys all the things that I see, but don't expect to be able to do that on day 1. You're going to need to take a little bit of time, in my opinion. You're going to need to take those extra trades. Now, somebody had said that they were practicing for 2 hours a day. Well, it didn't say for how long, you know. They'll say things like, well, I've been in your room for X number of months. And then they will imply, they'll say, and I've practiced 2 hours a day. Okay, well, there's a couple things in that. Like, I need details. I'm a coder, and we write if then else statements, and code is very specific. We need exactness. You traded for 2 hours a day for how many days?
Fib.NQ on the 6.
Like, really, actually, what that is. And then I will ask things like, okay, where are the recordings from those days? Oh, well, I didn't record it. Oh, you didn't record it. Well, in video number 1, what do I tell you to set up? I tell you to set up this. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is OBS. It's OBS. Look at these buttons. See these buttons?
Fib.NQ on the 6.
There's the button. It's right there. That's it.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
Press the button. I'll wait. How many of you are not running recordings right now? Don't have to live stream. But who is not recording right now? Raise your hand. Start recording. If you want to be great, record. Because you're going to need to go back and play your stuff back. You're going to need, or again, there are substitutes. You're going to have to watch me because you don't want to, you know, if you're not You don't want to reinforce bad habits. But at the same time, you need to teach yourself from the scenarios where you didn't do something right. Now, if you're doing things right, well, that's great. But you also need to go back and find out what you didn't do right. Guess what? If you record yourself, you can double check you, and you can also share it with me so that I can double check you. Does that make sense? Close out that gold trade. Oof, the gold trade was down 5K. Okay, that gold has way too high a margin. I'm going to turn off gold on full auto there. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place here. Trying to trade and teach you and talk through things we need to do, and I know I'm not doing a great job of that. I need to set a different video for this, and I will. But after seeing people being like, well, how come I didn't do 80K with you yesterday? Dude, that's like, you're gonna need some account size. Number one, you're not gonna be doing this. You're not gonna be doing the size that I'm doing with trader funding programs, and NQ is not gonna be your friend. Okay, yes, if you get good, I mean, this play off of this enigma called this whole move, but are you going to be able to work their way through that position there? Have you played this enough? By the way, this is a perfect play to practice. What time is it right now? It is 9:39 on March the 12th. You might want to go and grab this in market replay and play this enigma right here that shows up at, look at the timestamp, 9:38. After the enigma plays, how do you play this? Because it's not just a one-shot thing. This is a super enigma moonshot here. Power moonshot. Why is it a power moonshot? Power because there's a power cross right there. If you're starting out and you can't name the strategy, you're not ready. If you can't even name it, because that's the first thing. Like, you got to be able to name the strategies. If you're over there, well, you know, I took one of them their thingy-mabobbers. I took that there cross there, bro. Okay, I mean, these are actual conversations I've heard people say. Well, you know, I entered in on the cross. The cross, that's not a strategy. What are the strategies? Did you print out a cheat sheet? Here's your cheat sheet right here. Like, print out the cheat sheets. Do you know what these are? What's a piercer? What's a plover? What's a turtle? What's a 4LDT? What's a Ritchie? What's a two finger? What's an ignition bar? What's a three Wiseman? What's a J hook? What's a GCDM? What's a HMD? What's Supermoon? Super AO? Ready D? Diamond dot? Headshot? Double dot? Cluster? PRC cross? These are so easy. So easy. To me, if they're not to you, then you're not ready. Name him. Enigma plus DCDM. Double Enigma. Moonshot. Enigma Cadence. Enigma plus Audio Box. If you don't know what those are, please stop. Take a minute. Know what they are. Or at least know the strategies that you're entering in on at the same time. You need to know the others as well, because you're going to need to know, are they in confluence with what you're doing or are they not? That Enigma, yes, if it's got too big of a stop from the back of the Enigma, because the Enigma, if we were to enter in on the first bar on the pivot, then that's 51 ticks to the back of the Enigma. So if that's too big of a stop for you or your trader funding program, then you can't enter in on enigmas. Then you need to wait for a dot afterwards or a cross afterwards in the direction of the play, right? So if we had that play, you see it start to play out, you're like, okay, cool, it's been validated, nice. I want to take the continuation play. I'm going to look for a dot or a cross for the entry. So let's say that you added in on the cross after the play. Okay, well, you know, then you're looking at targeting. Well, you have a hard time with targeting then. That's the trick. It's better, in my opinion, if you can trade with your own capital and run with your own capital risk. I've talked to you guys about the ideals. We talk about those in some of the first sets of videos. But imagine you are only entering in on the dot after the play, or entering in on the shark back after the play, or off of the high time frame. You wait until there is a high time frame play, and then you wait for the lower time frame entry, which is what I talk about all the time. Look for a high time frame opportunity, low time frame risk. Now, you come in here and you see me on a live stream where the market is super volatile and you think that you need to take every single play and you're seeing everything, like, you know, you don't need to do that. Okay, bots are up. I am flattening all on the bots. Bots are up over 5,700. They're at 5,700. Flatten all on the bots. Okay, flatten the bots. Okay, done. Okay. So So what did I just do right there? So up top, these are my employees. My employees are up here running Enigma to Enigma. They're running E to E up here. Can we see these? Okay, so RTY, Dow, ES, NASDAQ. They're done. I hit the flatten all button. Okay, that's the full auto thing. Now, you don't have to do all this. We need to get back to basics. You need to be able to hit base hits first. You need to be able to spend time in the batting cages doing one account, one set of trades, single sets of executions. But I know it gets very tempting to be like, I'm gonna load up 20 accounts on day one. I don't think that's smart. If you can't hit one, how are you gonna hit 10? Right? Let's talk through tips and tricks. We're going to start with your desk. We got the desk thing done. Let me see your layout. Send that to me. Let's make sure that center mass, where we're going back with what I was talking about earlier, is are your buttons kind of center? They don't have to be. They don't have to be, because you can play with, like, let's say you're on a laptop, and if your buttons are on the far right, that's okay. I mean, it's okay. But sometimes I may switch those from the right. That 4 and 5 over there, we may put those in the center. Okay, the buttons are over there on the far right. We may switch sides on those. We may put those a little bit closer so that the buttons, maybe it's the buttons thing, just have them center on you. But the next thing I'll talk about is the hotkeys thing that someone yesterday was like, does Vinny have hotkeys? Of course I do. I mean, absolutely. So let's go to that section where, you know, they're asking about the hotkeys thing. Be like, I'm surprised that you don't know this, because I'm fascinated that, like, we haven't gotten through, like, I mean, I am big on proper mouse settings and proper hotkeys. You do have to have good fundamentals, foundational stuff going on there. So here are my buttons.
NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 9.
You know, I put fancy stickers on mine. You don't have to do that. But that little button right there, that's, I tell you, I'm putting my thumb over the close button. And then I've got my buys, sells, and then that other yellow button at the top there is the break even button. Now, the little sticker pack that I got, they only had a stop loss. They didn't have a break even button. But if I want my stops on my ATM or my bracket instantly to go to my point of entry, I press that button right there. So I kind of have my hand spread in a C like this, and I got my thumb on the close, and my other fingers I can hit buys and sells, and I also have my mouse, right? And that's where the question came. Like, well, I've seen it on the cursor. I can see your mouse when you click on the thing, but you don't click on the thing. You're just exiting. How are you doing that? Okay, hotkeys. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here's my desk area. I'm not saying it's spotless, okay, but it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. There's not a lot of distractions around that area right there. Okay, and forget all the buttons up top here. This is, you know, this is for live streaming stuff and lighting. Okay, don't need this. What I need, though, I need this right here. You're like, well, I like my mechanical keyboard. Stop being stupid. Stop being stubborn. Just do what I'm telling you to do. If you're not doing what we're doing, you're not doing big numbers. How about we start with basics? How about have a proper mouse with a narrow grip? I got big hands. I don't care. Do you write with a giant pencil? Dickhead. No, you don't. You write with a regular size pencil because you need precision when you're writing things. I don't write. Yeah, I know. I get it. You don't take notes either. Okay, well, that's why you're struggling. How about this? Learn to take notes. Big hand man, whatever your name is. You know who you are. Okay? Get the hotkeys done. Get the simple stuff out of the way. Get the simple stuff out of the way. And how about stop doing you? How about for a little bit, do me? Okay? Do what I tell you to do for a little bit. Try it. Try it. Try my way first. Or how about, you already did your way, so how about second? Secondly, why don't you give me a shot? Do what I tell you to do. If your way's not working, how about you do what I said? Hands are extra large, and you love the G300S. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. Like, and maybe they don't know that. And when they first say it, they just want to argue with it because they want to be, there's this thing, it's called ego. Okay, egos get in most people's ways. The ego is some of people's biggest problems. Ego, number one. Kill the ego. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Okay. This particular mouse that I tell you to get has a narrow grip, and no other mouse out there has this narrow grip than the G300S from Logitech. Don't ask me why. I have already commissioned a group that actually makes custom mice on, you know, they saw them on Twitter and reached out. He sent me a picture of the model that he made, and it only had one button on it. I'm like, dude, I need the other buttons too. So apparently it's hard to make this mouse. So if you can get this mouse, get it. Okay. Logitech apparently doesn't, they stopped making it a few months ago and whatnot. So now the prices are up on it. Y'all should have bought it when I told you, because they were like $35 to $55 for a while. And you know, I hope that Logitech will make a wireless version of this thing. It is the shape and where the buttons are located that give it the
DCDMNQ on the 7 NQ on the 6.
Well, why it's awesome. Sorry, I'm watching this play here come in. But it is awesome because of the placement of the buttons, the narrowness of the grip, and the control level. Yeah, it used to be like 35 bucks. Did you find one on $35 on eBay? Yeah, I mean, I would get some. I've stockpiled them. Like, I have a bunch, and no, I'm not selling them to you. They're like, this is the tool of my trade. I will literally never not trade with G300S as long as they will plug into a computer and work. Like, I probably have 20 in boxes, maybe more. You guys, I've taken pictures in the room before of my literally box of boxes of G300Ss because I had that feeling. I was like, I don't think they're making this one anymore. They, the driver for it also is awesome. Like, they don't make them like this anymore, y'all. Like, you see this cool interface from back in the day? Like, this is the interface back when developers actually made good stuff. All these lazy coders these days, oh my word. I watched that Trades by Matt video yesterday. And be like, oh, I'm using AI to automate my trades. Man, that was funny. It was funny. I don't know how to code, but I'm going to vibe code this strategy here. Okay. Yeah, that was some comedy. Let's talk about getting good at trading, shall we? Okay, so once we got basic stuff like let's get your layouts going, let's learn the strategies. Get you a cheat sheet here. Picking out your strategies. There's a lot here to choose from. Okay, well, you'll see me on live streams. There are some that are cooler than others. Obviously, the Enigma is a favorite. But if you're going to be taking the Enigmas, you're going to need to play that on a lower time frame. Can you play lower time frames on NQ right now? No. But how about try this? Go to RTY and try the Enigmas on the RTY. I'm going to disconnect here real quick, and I'm going to switch over to RTY. Okay, I'm going to hit disconnect because I'm telling you, if you're going to change stuff on your charts, how about this? Also, do what I tell you to do. Don't come and complain that, well, it locks up whenever I switch instruments. Look, there's a lot of things going on, processing behind the scenes on all these charts. For it to be able to produce for you what it's doing a lot of calculations, and all of a sudden you're going to switch instruments, and you have we have color linking up here. This color linking right here. As all the charts change all at the same time. I know we all get used to like things just working for us. And you know, yeah, sure, NinjaTrader could like program something that's like, oh, you're making a transitional change. Let me pause you for a minute. But then people complain about it doing that too. So you got to pick something. Know how to use your stuff. I'm going to disconnect, and now I'm going to switch. I'm going to go instrument. I'm going to go RTY. Now if I zoom back here, so all of my color linked charts are going to change. Now, first thing I notice is if you have a chart that looks like this, that means you don't have enough days of data. Okay, you see this? This chart doesn't have enough days of data. NQ prints tons of bars. Okay, RTY, this is how much slower RTY is. I need to add more days of data. I'm going to right click, go to days here, and I'm going to add, how about 10 days data for RTY. Much less volatile. Still not enough. Okay, let's add some more days of data. Oh, I'm not connected. Hello. Just kidding. So now I can reconnect. So right click, connect. What's ego? Nobody has no ego. That's right. When all else fails, follow the instructions. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's try following the instructions today. Dr. Seuss entry. Let's get back to that here real quick while this is loading up. How many of you know what the Dr. Seuss entry is? Type a 1 if you do, 2 if you're new, or 2 if you don't. Okay, so 1 is yes, 2 is no. Type it there in the chat. What is a Dr. Seuss entry? If you're very confident in it, type me a 1. 2 if you don't. Because you need to know what that is when I'm saying it on a live stream. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. How am I adding to a position? One of my favorite ways to add to a position is a Seuss. And I don't have time to iterate it in live streams. You're only going to be able to get that from videos, and then you're going to have to go, oh, okay, I get that. I don't know how you're going to need to lock things in. I can only repeat things to you so many times because I'm also not just here to trade. Now, I would love to hire trainers. Like if you want to be a trainer for us, come see me. Okay. But you need to be able to make videos. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to the person who still has not installed OBS. When I tell you, like, for how many times, if you're not using OBS and you have not recorded your first video, this is not for you. Okay. For a person who has done many recordings for themselves, if you want to come and just teach and just train, like, that would be great. People would like to be able to see and continuously reiterate things that are important. While I am trading, I don't have time to reiterate and emphasize the things that I'm doing quickly that I take for granted over time because I just do them. And you need to get to a point where you can do that though, right? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. That is what Dr. Seuss is. The Dr. Seuss plays comes from the famous book by Dr. Seuss called 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. We have a red to blue or a blue to red shift in our bar sets. So it is when we get the next bar print of an ALGO bar, particularly an ALGO bar print of a new colored bar, I will add to a position on a pivot scenario. That's what that is. We need to know those small things. How about, let's start with the basics things like, do you have a 5-trade sheet? Do you have this electronic one? Or to save desktop space, again, I really do this more having this out here like this on a live stream for demonstration purposes. But what I really think you should have is like this one up top on my screen. This right here. Do you have one of these? Do you have a sheet printed out? You can print one of these out in your room. This is my
fib.rty on the 40
desk here. I've got physical coins here where I can track 5 trades. When you are new, you need to focus and live on this sheet. You're not going to be hitting home runs. I mean, you can wait out for one home run. In fact, if you were wanting to, hey, Vinny, well, if I wanted to hit a home run, how would I do it? I would do the 940 to 950 reversal, just like Whiskers does every day. Whiskers specifically only trades 940 to 950 reversal. And that's your home run. That could be your home run play scenario. And it's very specific and it will get you in and out and on your way when you're new. But at the same time, you might become complacent and like, well, that's the only thing you can do. Well, I mean, that's enough. Whiskers can do a lot of things. He knows all of our strategies, but he does focus on that one now. And I believe he's completely satisfied with only doing that. And if that sounds like something you want to do, then 940 to 950 reversal might be the way to play. But you need to really be focused, especially if you're new, on coming in here and 5 trades. That's it. 5 trades. And don't take 5 trades. This is the weirdest thing. I know. I get it. Because I would be like, oh, I need to take 5? No, you don't. It's actually 2. I know. It's weird. Like, what do I mean? Out of your 5, I need 2 winners. Generally. This is how, now again, this is how I approach it. This is how, if I were brand new to this, again, this is what I would be doing. And then the rest of the time I would practice. Because the thing is you don't want to just practice with just your 5 trades and be done. Like, well, oh, I practiced 5 trades. That's all I did. I just took 5 trades and I went away. Like, you're not going to get enough reps for that. You need to get a ton of reps. That's what the whole 40-40-40 program is, where I want you to take a ton of reps first, but then once you're good and you've taken a ton of reps, then you're coming in and you are, you know, winner, chicken. Okay, we're about to have a play right here. I've got a super dot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this play. I'm going to quarter position here because I've not looked anywhere else. Where are we at here? Now it's a headshot right there. So stop above the cross. Look, I'm going to add a hard stop here for us. Okay, I'm going to put a hard stop right there. It stops out the $400 loss. We start dropping out. I hear buyers, and we're on strong buy here, so this is dangerous. Let's see if we get stopped out here. Okay, got stopped out. Over here on the right, I see them slicing through. We have, you know, we have a high time frame play here. We're at the top of the bowl. Got a power headshot here. If it comes back through, I can try rule that. I'd like to target that 24.99. But let's see. Hearing buyers, step nonstop. Hearing some popcorn. On the high time frame over here, you know, we had a big green dot at the bottom of a bowl, and you know, it looks like she wants to go. Need to run up a bit, but when we get up to the top up here, I'll look for another spot to slap off of the high time frame. Push through that dot. So small stop out. Now you guys see me on live stream. We're like, well, I'll play through plays like this. Okay, well, if I'm new, not if I got a little tiny account. Okay, I need tiny stops. Okay, if it's not working at the same time, how about the first trade filter? If I were brand new, I'll say brand new even. Just if I were new, should I be taking that trade? Question. Should I be taking that trade right there if I'm new? And tell me why. Why not? You do the coaching for a minute. Coming back to our, hey, how do you coach yourself if you didn't record your trades? If you didn't turn OBS on and record them, you don't coach yourself. You also can't have a coach review your tape and do it. Every NBA player, every football player, every basketball, soccer player, professional athletes, they have to record what they're doing. Every profession that is performance-based, you know, how about let's talk about a profession that you don't have to do that in. If you're a plumber, do you need to record every plumb job that you do? Maybe not. At the same time, you could probably benefit from it. At least if you're trying to, if you got somebody shadowing you or someone wanted to learn from you, probably recording it would be good. But things that are performance-based, they all record themselves. And then they review the tape. They also record their competition. In football, basketball, baseball, they're like, okay, so this guy does this and whatnot, and the coaches are trying to tell their guys, like, how do you, exactly, we should not be taking that trade, right? So answering the question, we shouldn't, like, no, I shouldn't be taking that trade. Why? Because it's against the nerd. Probably also against the arrow, right? At that time, we had nerd and the arrow against us, right? Were we at a masher? Well, look to the left. I mean, technically you could, and again, not every single play is gonna be a winner. But could we have skipped that play? Yeah, pretty easily. You can just wait until everything lines up. One of the things, I could turn on my psychology bot and go, okay, should I be taking trades right now? No. Why? Because it's too slow. Too slow. How can I make that faster? I can go down to lower time frames. There are a lot of things that you need to be able to put together here for being successful with our system. At the same time, you can be successful. What's success? If you're knocking $200 to $500 a day out, is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. I posted in the room there this morning a reminder that it doesn't take much to add up. So if you come into the chat here, let's see, recorded in there this morning. Here we go. Approximately 252 trading days per year. At $200 a day, that's $50K a year. At $400 a day, that's $100K a year. 1,000 a day, 250. 4K a day is $1 million a year. So One of these should probably fit your circumstance. The basic breakdown. High time frame opportunity. Wait until something on the high time frame shows up. Oh, I got a big enigma on the 9s. Okay. Can I take that play off the 9s? Well, by itself, if you have a small account, let's look at how deep that is. I'm going to put in, if I were to come in on that first bar and I put a stop back behind it, that is a 77 tick stop behind that enigma, because the size of the enigma on the 9s is larger. It is relative to the bar size. Can you live through a 77 tick stop? Probably live through it. Do you want a 77 tick stop? I don't think so. So what I want is a high time frame opportunity. And then ideally, I want to take a play off of down on the 2s. Now, what's cool is, I want to say it's cool. Here on the 6s, I don't need to be on the 6s here on RTY, right? RTY, I'm going to be able to go down to low time frame risk areas, I bet. Now, as I say this, I may lock up the whole system. So, do this. I'm going to at least close out all the other ones here to reduce the opportunity for our system to lock up. I'm not trying to get it to lock up, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way down to the ALGO bar 2s. Okay. Wow, look at that beautiful Enigma 20 right there. Let me refresh that one more time. It looks a little weird on the drawing. Oh, it must have been on that pivot. Okay. So that Enigma showed up right here. Enter on the first bar. There to there. That's 22 ticks. Can you live through a 22 tick trade? 22 tick stop? Yes. Right? Yes. I can. This is what I mean by, like, look, if you're starting out, like, we need to enter in with low time frame risk. How about that confluence dot that just showed up right there for the continuation? Dangerous because an Enigma came in right there. Hopefully you have Enigma plus audio box. But now, again, you got to kind of, you're going to have to swing small. If you have small risk because you have a small account, you're going to need to be able to take small trade opportunities.
Double delta,
right? And I know the reason I'm having this whole conversation today is because you guys have been seeing me play up on high time frames, playing the riskiest instrument there is, NASDAQ. And I think people are getting lost. Like, there are people being like, well, how come I didn't do that? How come? Okay, you want to do all the things that I do? How about, did you record your trades? Do you screenshot your trades? Can you put labels on your stuff? Like, I'm so surprised at how difficult it is for people to take a screenshot. I can literally watch one button, boop, print screen, click, done, and I'm ready to label. I can literally bring this over, and I'm now going to label this up. I can literally instantaneously, I click the shape, I go, whoop, oh, check that out. Boom, I got an arrow right there. Boom, text. Awesome trade here, exclamation mark, boom, boom, copy, hit copy all, boom, I'm posting it in the chat. It took seconds. And some of you guys, I ask you to post a screenshot of your play and you're like, what button do I press to do the screenshot is my thing. Look, on day one, I tell you, set up your stuff properly. Number one, you need a screenshotting utility. But that's not trading related. I know. How about you try it my way for a minute? These are going to be important things for you. I'm telling you the things that you need. You don't think so. That's the problem. But here's the, you stop overthinking it. But do overthink on the things that I've talked about. Ask yourself why, but don't try to go, don't go, well, let me see if I can find a better way than he can. Look, y'all, I am a obsessive person. I promise you, I have obsessed over the best answer. It's not the right answer even. I am wanting the best answer because there are a lot of right answers sometimes. I want the best answer. What's up, Matthias? Okay. Get the small things out of the way. Get yourself a screenshotting utility that I can instantly put a screenshot and post and label. Okay. I would like you to try it right now. I would like everyone. I want to fill up my Discord right now. I want you to prove to me, there are literally 122 people in here right now, and I want you to prove to me that you can take a screenshot. Otherwise, I am going to call you effing moron. You are an effing moron if you can't do this. I want you to take a screenshot of your main entry chart right now. That's all I want. And then I want you to put 2 labels on it. I want you to put at least 2. If you could do 3, fantastic. But I want you to do 2 labels. I'm going to do it with you right now. I'm going to press print screen. Boop. I'm going to click the button. Boop. I am now going to take this over here right now, and I'm going to label something on the chart. I'm going to click the little shape thing, and I'm going to go boop. I'm going to put an arrow. Boop. I'm going to put a text. Enigma. Just for fun. Now I'm going to hit copy. Now I'm going to put it into the chat right there. Boop. I would like everyone to do that right now. Prove to me that you are not an effing moron. And copy, paste a screenshot of your primary entry chart into my Discord right now. Now, there are many of you who you are stubborn, obstinate, and you don't like the way that I talk, and you're like, I ain't doing nothing, you tell me to. That's fine. That's you. And I have a feeling that your life's not great, is it? Because you want to fight things. You want to, everything's got to be your way, right? You're the first person to nag people. You are a nag in the kitchen, I bet. You're a nag when you are working on stuff at work. You are a tool bag, right? And you recognize a tool bag, okay? Because I'm being a tool bag right now. Because right now, I don't like that some of you guys are struggling. How about that? I don't want you to fail. I want you to be a badass, okay? I want the traders here to be rocking it out. I want you to have the best tools. I want you to be rocking it out so that you have the freedom that you want. I want you to not have to go to work. I want you to be able to tell them the next time that they tell you to take a CV boop in the arm, you know, jab, jab, pokey, pokey. Next time that they force you like, you can't, no worky, take shooty, get worky. How about you tell them to go jump ship? Because you don't need the money. I want you to have the freedom to, when your moral compass is on the line, that you can stand behind the moral compass because you're not worried about the money. To do that, you're going to need to be able to do a couple things. If you can't easily take that screenshot and post it in the chat right now, listen, this is the first thing you need to do today. F all the trading, any of the enigmas, headshots, all that stuff doesn't mean anything if you can't take a screenshot, if you can't record what you're doing. If you want to get good, because I'm here to make you good, not just, I don't want mediocre traders. You don't need to be mediocre. You don't need to be mediocre. You can be an absolute beast. Look at the numbers some of our guys are putting up. They're putting up huge numbers, but I want you to be able to do the basic stuff. Do the basic stuff, easy stuff, okay? Click, click, print screen, click, boom, label, arrow, circle. This is a cluster. Bloop. Text, cluster, reversal. Boop. Copy, paste into the chat, okay? Show me this. You want me to help you? Because some people are like, can someone help me? And then all they do is post their P&L. Not enough. We need to see some trades. Okay? Be able to label your trades. There we go. Posted them in the chat. Awesome. I see lots of screenshots coming through in the chat. Good. Great. Do I see one without a label? Oh. Okay. Now I can see somebody not using a screenshot utility, trying to use Windows. One of the first things I say in video number 1, you cannot use the Windows screenshotting utility. All right. It's my one thing telling you you cannot do. Get one. Now, snag it. Yes. Recommend snag it. There's a cost to that one. So the alternative to snag it is what? ShareX, right? ShareX is free, but it is a massive step up from just doing the Windows snippet tool and it looking all jacked up. Take some pride in your tools. Have a good tool, right? You're funny. I'm trying to be funny so that, you know, but because I'm being offensive while I'm funny, and I don't want to be offensive. I would like to, like, look, just laugh a little bit about it. But seriously, stop being stupid. Pull your head out of your butt. Let's do the easy things and make them easy. Now, to the people who are already doing this stuff, I apologize to you guys. Like, I'm not, look, you guys see me do this stuff day in and day out, and I think you guys are getting that. This is, I'm literally talking to the struggling trader that I don't want to be struggling anymore. I want them to have the confidence. Well, you're not going to do it if you don't have good tools. How many of you people work construction? A lot of people do construction, whether it's at your house or other places. I'm going to talk to Don James. Don James can build just about anything, okay? The man has been in construction. He's like an ultimate, like the guy who comes in and fixes the fixer, okay? When somebody comes in, tries to fix a problem, didn't fix it, Don James comes in, fixes it. Let me ask you, Don James, if you were going onto a job site and I told you you can't use your tools, but you have to use Black & Decker only tools. Black & Decker. Black & Decker drills, Black & Decker everything. Everything on the job site, you need to use Black & Decker. Can you just give me a quick synopsis of, would that be okay? You know, a drill's a drill, right? Drill's a drill. A saw is a saw. And I'm telling you, you need to go to Walmart, and you come with the tools. Would you, if I told you you had to use Black & Decker onlys, how excited would you be? You'd only use the Black & Decker tools from Walmart because it's the cheapest and easiest and most readily available. Would you be okay with that? Exactly. Milwaukee guy. Exactly. You want Milwaukee. Oh, Black & Decker now owns DeWalt. Okay, so maybe they fixed their stuff. Well, there was a time when Black & Decker, I don't know. So, but Black & Decker, I just heard a lot of bad things about Black & Deckers. I don't know. My dad was like, don't use that crap. Don't use that Black & Decker stuff. It breaks and doesn't hold charge, and like the things don't work right. Anyhow. Just because it is cheap and readily available, aka the Windows screenshotting utility. Well, why would I get another one if this one's working just fine? Okay, well, how about let's do a different analogy. How about if you're going to start your own restaurant? How many of you would eat if you're going to go out for, I don't know, after church, you're going to go to a nice fancy restaurant? How many of you would go to a restaurant where the person is working out of their house and they're going to put food on your plate from their own home kitchen? The answer is probably no, probably not. They would prefer that it be in a professional kitchen with professional tools and, you know, larger ovens, heats, the heating. They want you want a stove you want a gas stove, not an electric stove. Like all the different things that make that job easier. Okay, I don't want to beat this dead horse anymore. I want you to use good tools. Get a real screenshotting utility. Stop using the one from Windows. Stop using the screenshot utility from Windows. Cut it out. Stop it. I get so pissed off when I watch you guys put your stupid screenshots from your Windows utility where you have to struggle to draw and all the other things because it's not easy. It's not good. It's not, well, it's okay, but it is not great. Just get the screenshot utility. Get ShareX. Get Snagit. Are we done? Okay, great. Awesome. Are you recording your trades? Let's go to the next one. The next level up is OBS. Turn on OBS. Press record. Okay. Get OBS. Press record. Okay. Even better if you set up the buffer tool thing. If you don't want to filter through hours of trading, if you're going to do hours of recording, then turn on the buffer option. The buffering so that you are only covering minutes at a time. After you complete a trade, press save. Boop. So what's the buffer? Set the buffer to 2 minutes. Maybe set the buffer to 5 minutes so that it saves the last 5 minutes of your screen recording. but every morning it should be part of your routine. Turn on the recorder. Ready to go. You may not need it that day. It's like insurance. You may not necessarily need it that day, but the day that you need it, you need to go back and be like, what happened that day? What was going on? What was different that day? What was going on there? Go back, watch the tape. If you want to come to me and say, Vinny, can you help me? I can't help you if I can't see you do it. And unfortunately, you know, I can't be at your place standing behind you. But the closest thing to doing that, we have the opportunity to do that. That's what you're doing with me right now. You guys are standing in my office with me right now. The fact that you have access to professional traders, where, you know, ones who are willing to do what we're doing here, where I'm like going to be accessible to you. You can literally sit here over my shoulder, watch my screens, watch me do what I do, talk to me, let me talk you through stuff. Only happens because of technology. I'm literally able to do that because of OBS. Right? Do it for yourself. Turn it on. Turn the screenshotting on, and then I can. It's like me being in your room. I am available to you to do that. But you know what's crazy is, because it's free, you don't value it. I mean, there's absolute idiots online charging people hundreds, thousands of dollars just to have a chat with them. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe I need to put a price tag on it. Like, no, you don't get access to me because, like, what's crazy is I ask y'all to do that and you don't do it. So maybe I'm the dumb one. Maybe I'm the dumb one not charging you guys to come and talk to me. But I need you to send me a couple things. Send me a screenshot. Show me a picture of your area. Show me a couple of recordings of what you're doing. What are your strategies? You know, yesterday I get a P&L from people. That means nothing to me. Your P&L means absolutely nothing to me. It doesn't, and my P&L shouldn't mean anything to you either. How do you, if I showed you my P&L, would you know how I trade? That's what's so dumb. Like, you know that that's not the case. You'd be like, well, Vinny, can you show me the trades? Okay, then why are you guys coming into my room asking me to help you? Okay, we're gonna go back up. Like, okay. Up here, name off. Okay. So if you send me something that looks like this, say, need help. This is what my P&L look like. We can start right here with, you're not a person who's attentive to detail. So asking for help, but we don't have proper sentences. Now, mind you, maybe ESL, okay? English is a second language, okay? This is what my P&L look like, okay? Well, in English, we say, this is what my P&L looks like almost every day, okay? What does it look like? Okay. So can anybody tell me what kind of trades he's taking? No. See, this is not useful information. This is why I tell you to include what? Screenshots of your plays, videos of your plays. I've blown 3 Apex account evals. That also means nothing. Mostly YM, 9:35 to 10. Now that's actually good. Okay, now we know what time. That's great. I've watched the bootcamp videos. Okay. I want to know, how did you watch the bootcamp videos? Did you watch them while you were eating dinner? That doesn't count. To the idiots who think that you can watch my videos and learn from them while, well, I did it while I was also eating. Yeah, I'm mad. You're fucking retarded. What does retarded mean? You're slow. You're stupid. I've watched the bootcamp videos, 95% of the 120-day videos. I skipped the bot videos because I don't have them unlocked yet. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Can someone point me to some training videos that describe how the market moves? The market moves up, the market moves down. Market goes two ways. It goes up, it goes down. Like that, what you're asking. So here's the thing. You're now trying to solve this on your own. You know what I need? I need to know how the market moves. Market move up, market move down. You make money when the market go up. You make money when the market go down. You can also lose money if the market go up or market go down, depending on what you believe is going next. Okay. Why big bulls, bears are so important to mark up and how to mark them up. First of all, who said they were important? Have I ever said it was important for us to mark that up? Have I ever said that? No, you have now assumed that that's important to mark up. Why is it important? It is not important, in fact. I made all of the money I made here this morning without marking up a single big bull or single big bear. Do y'all understand that? Everybody get that? Type a 1 in the chat. You get that? It's not important. But see, here's the problem. You're already trying to teach yourself, but you didn't do the basics. You're over here trying to like, I'm going to do some calculus. I want to know why it is important to know the big bears and the big bulls. And I've specifically said this is a complex topic that you do not need to know, but applies to the big players like me. Do I need to say that one more time? It is not important. Does Whiskers care if there's a big bull or a big bear? Nope. He trades a 940 to 950 reversal. All he needs. Did I care about them at all when I took, I mean, I got to roll back the tape here today. What were the plays that I took there this morning? I think I had, hold on, I'm trying to think back. The very first play was it a super AO? Did I need a big bull, big bear? It is not important, son. It is not important. It is not important. Okay, but you want to solve it? Look, I can send you this information and you'll still be a shit trader. Why the bulls or bears are so important to mark up and how to mark them up. Well, first of all, how you mark them up. I mean, I do it on a live stream all the time. I literally just, I highlight the section, I turn it red or green. You think that's the problem? It's not the problem, son. It's not the problem. The separate defense leg videos don't have the info I'm looking for. You know what's funny is how do you know what you're looking for? You're not qualified to know what you're looking for. Where is your, who are you asking? Like, if you're a plumber and you've never plumbed before, don't you think you would ask a master plumber, hey, how do I fix this or what? You're over there like, well, I needed to fix this leak, so I needed to dig a hole under the house. Why? Why? The leak is in your... what sink is it under? Is it an upstairs sink? Is it a downstairs sink? Like, there's a lot of things. Well, what sink is it? What's the sink? Well, I've got water under the toilet, so I'm going to dig under the house. This is what you're saying. Now, that hopefully that makes sense to you. Like, why would you do that? You don't need to dig under the house to find a leak by the toilet. you know what I'm saying? This is the analogy that I'm trying to put. You're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Like, I need to change the P-trap under the sink, so I need a Sawzall. Now, I hope I'm gaslighting you. You're being like, Vinny, that doesn't make sense. I know, that's the point. Because this kind of conversation doesn't make any sense to me either. But I'm like, I need to help. Like, and then I immediately, I don't say immediately respond, but I think within minutes I respond and I ask for some things. I don't get any response after. Like, anyway, like, don't be this. Okay, don't do this. Now, look, bro, love you enough to tell you, pull your head out of your butt. I'm ready to help you. Okay, I'm ready to help you out, but you're looking for the solution in the wrong place. You don't even know what the problem is. You can see there's a leak, but you have no idea how the pipes are put together. And you're like, well, you think you're going to find it by like how to dig under the house? That's not what you need to do. Okay, anyway. Can someone point me to stream videos? The FinSight videos don't have the info I'm looking for. you don't know what you're doing. I'm new to trading, less than 6 months. Okay, I've only traded ALGO BX. Okay, listen, you are you're struggling in general with basics of life. Okay, not that I can't help you with this. I can. The first thing we do is we point out the obvious. You're retarded. You're slow. Okay. And you're probably not even watching this video. I bet you 10 nickels to a donut. This fool ain't even going to watch this video today. Okay. Nobody send him the video. Nobody send him the link or whatever. Okay. He probably ain't watching this video. I spent as much time in market replay as possible. Oh, really? Oh, did you? Oh, you think I trust that? Or you can't spell. You can't write properly. This is what my P&L look like. Not looks like. And I only trade ALGO books. I spent as much time in market replay as possible. Oh. About 2 hours a day. Okay. About 2 hours a day. Okay. Doing what? Doing what? Spending time. See this whole thing. I spent time. I was watching your videos while I was eating dinner. Talking to my spouse. Wow. You must have really put in some. You must have really put in some effort. Man. E for effort, baby. Wow. Wow. Well, look at you. Look at you. I ate soup with a I ate soup with a fork this morning, Vinny. I hope that's funny to some of you guys. You have to think about that for a minute. I was eating soup with a fork. Wow, how'd that work out for you? You spent 2 hours eating soup with a fork this morning. Wow. Oh, wow. You are doing the right thing. So, because here's what I would tell you to do. I would tell you to go into your drawer and pull out a soup spoon. If you don't have one, go to Amazon and buy a soup spoon. Look up specifically a soup spoon, grab a soup spoon, and now try spending 2 hours, and maybe you find out you can probably eat your soup bowl in maybe 10 minutes, 2 minutes maybe. Use the right tool and do the right thing. So how about we find out what you were doing? 2 hours, did you record any of it? No. So let's see. What was that? 9:14. I responded like 15 minutes later. More important to P&L performance. Could you post this for me? And I get no response. Okay. Maybe it's late. Okay, it's late, but you're asking for help late. Okay, so anyway, I will get you help. But I need you to provide me with the information that we need. And hopefully it was ramen. Yeah, hopefully you got the noodles out of it. But then you had noodles, or you had spaghetti. You didn't have soup, right? And again, it is a way. Well, sure, you got the noodles, but you didn't get the. You know, the whole point is there's probably a better way, right? There is. Let's look at the trades. Okay, your P&L is not going to tell me what trades you took. I need to see your charts, need to see what your layout is, like what types of trades were you taking, like what instrument. You didn't tell me what. Well, no, he did. He said YM. He said YM. That's good. Well, what have I told you to trade? RTY. I didn't say the Dow. The Dow is manipulated, especially right now, by what? What is a heavy component of the Dow? Pop quiz. Now, again, this is not the information I'm giving you right now. This is not important. This is not going to change your P&L, but I'm going to give you the why. Exactly. Crude oil. Pete knows. Petro said crude oil. Crude oil. What's happening with crude oil right now? There's like major macroeconomic things going on. There's war going on directly at countries that have to do with oil and all that kind of whatnot. Okay, I didn't tell you to trade the Dow. If you need to know why,
RTY on the two.
Well, it's why I don't have you trade metals directly either. There are, like, we try to remove the macro stuff. We want technicals. We want as much just technical trading as we can. As intraday traders, we want technicals, not necessarily macroeconomic events. Okay, so stuff that we need to know how to do. Continuation plays. How about double cross, double moves? Double cross, double moves on the lower time frames. Great for continuations in the direction of the nerd plus the arrow. Nerd plus the arrow. If you don't know what that means, that's the other thing. Like, you're going to tell me, no, you're implying that you did everything right. When you say things like, I market replayed for 2 hours a day. Did you do market replay correctly? How about, tell me what trades you took. What was your primary? Can you walk me through what you did? Here's what you should be doing. How about, look, I'm just going to go with it like this. You're not going to have this answer. So let me provide one for you. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to switch workspaces here to a standard layout. Okay. When in doubt, go to a standard layout. Write that one down. When in doubt, go to a standard layout. Let's go up top here. Training top left. Let's load this up. Okay, we got this on sim up here now, so we can even take some trades here. This is off of the 4s, 6s. I'm going to expand this out a little bit. Here we go. Did you wait for a high time opportunity like this one? That is a high time frame headshot short right there. So can I look for a low time frame risk? Well, looky there. We also had an Enigma. Can I go ahead and take that play? Yeah, should have. Now, mind you, that moved so fast, I couldn't really talk through and walk through that because we're on NQ. So let's do the right thing. Let's switch this to RTY, shall we? Drop down, hit RTY. So my questions, and again, I shouldn't have to ask you these questions. I want you to show me. Pull up a video and show me. But my questions would be, but I don't like playing the Ask 1,000 Questions game. You need to give me the information that I'm asking for. Show me the video. I'll know what you did. Okay. I'll go, okay, well, did you wait for a high time frame opportunity, then enter in on the low time frame risk entry? Number 1. Number 2, did we use the nerd plus the arrow? I'm going to move this up here and give myself a little window here, and I'm going to adjust my whole screen because, listen, I'm doing all this because I care about you. I'm not here trying to beat you up. And I know some people take this the wrong way. Some people think you're just trying to beat people up. No, I'm not actually. I don't enjoy this at all. I don't like having to do this at all. I just want you to win. I can do this right here. There. Right here. Moderate sell. How about this? Okay. Now I can see the nerd is red. Can you see that? What color is the arrow? Well, arrow is green. As a new person, should you be taking a play right now? About no. Right. I'm going to simplify this. Now, all you need to do is wait until the nerd and the arrow align and then wait for a play. Can you do that? Did you do that? We'll find out. This is a great, easy way for you to improve your trading. I'm going to go to, I'm going to use a big ATM. And let's see if we can take some plays. We'll see if any plays set up here. It is 10:38, so I need to know kind of time of day. And now I'm just going to wait until I get a nerd plus the arrow lined up. Okay, I'm going to show you how easy this can be. And yes, you know, you're not going to probably be me on day 1, day 2. You're probably not in your first 6 months. After you've been here, maybe at the 6-month mark, something happens. Like there's this eureka moment. There's like a light bulb moment that goes off on you. He said he had been trading for 6 months, so we're right at the 6-month mark. But I have not heard from this person much. I can tell you that, like, there are some people who we've all heard from a lot of people in our room. There are some people who participate in our room a lot. If this person has spent 2 hours in market replay, I've never seen any results from this person ever in our room. We go search. I'm going to search for the name here. If I'm wrong. Question 3-4. I already rebuilt my workspace. How do I change the size of my PRZ boxes? They seem to be all over the place, overlapping. I see other screenshots where they are nice, pretty, and small box. Looked like he wasn't on the right version. This next question, is something going on with NT? Mine was locked, froze on me 4 times the last 12 hours. Twice during market replay last night, then 9:25 this morning, then ES froze around 9:45. No screenshot. Ninja, need help, NinjaTrader help. My NT freezes instead of loading sim data for background. I'm still in my 120-day training. I'm trying to trade live in sim. However, NT freezes all the time and I have to force close it. Usually I have to try about 5 times before anything gets up and running. Once I got NQ running this morning, I right-clicked to look at the setting and it froze in this screenshot. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the screenshot. In this screenshot, I tried switching from NQ to RTY. You can't make this stuff up. In this screenshot, and then there's no screenshot. Like, this is like, I know we all kind of do this sometimes. We like send off an email, but then forget to send, like, put the attachment, be like, see the attached? Double delta RT. Okay, but listen, like, there's a mental thing here. Going like, in this screenshot, and then there's no screenshot. Okay, like, I think there's a lot of things going on here. Like, how about, how do you teach someone to be detail oriented? How do you teach somebody to like, to me, this is kind of fascinating stuff to me. Cause like, if I'd like, oh, I forgot to include a screenshot. Let me put a screenshot. Right click with CPU is not running hot. In fact, CPU fan shut off because it's, so again, trying to solve your own problem. You think it's a CPU thing. Okay. Google and NT support forums are of no help. I uninstalled quick CPU process lasso because I saw it was recommended, but nothing helps. Please open a ticket. Okay. So hopefully open a ticket and hopefully got that resolved. Going back, and I just there's no screenshots of trades. Like, here's my trades, here's my along the way. Just all of a sudden there's a problem and it's your P&L. Okay. Enigma short on 9/27. 14-day free trial. Does the premium feature come with? Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12. January, February, March. Okay. So 6 months. He's actually not at 6 months either. He's 5-ish months. And he was on the 14-day free trial on the 27th, and we're at the 12th of, anyway, not even 6 months. Not even 6 months. So here's the thing. Get specific in what you're doing. This is for anybody. And now, you know, this guy's probably going to go and like cancel a subscription after this if he actually watches this video, but he's probably not. I haven't seen him in the chat. I get it. Like, some people work. I get it. Like, maybe he's at work today. But here's the thing. He's not the only one. The reason I'm saying this is there are other people who are struggling, but some basic stuff we got to get out of the way. Like, let's screenshot well. Let's actually pay attention to the videos. Let's actually, like, if you're having workspace problems and you're not being able to post a screenshot, because I can tell you, when people are having a hard time posting a screenshot, they don't post screenshots because it's hard for them. Because picture's worth 1,000 words. To me, it is so easy to post a screenshot and put a label, put a circle, whatever. Like, learn to do the easy things. Anyway, I haven't got any of that here from this person. But look, if it's you, here's what we need. Take a picture of your space, take a screenshot of your area, and it would be great if you had some recordings. I can probably help you out a lot. There's an Enigma right there. I'm going to go ahead and take this shot here. I need to put the stops back behind the move too fast. Second. Oh, stopped out. Sometimes that happens. Did I go with? Nope. So, man, I shouldn't have taken that, right? Why shouldn't I have taken that? They're both green, right? Easy one to skip, right? So I want cadence. Let's check the cadence. I just saw it quickly and wanted to grab it. Cadence of 1, because that last one, that's the winner. Right. We have a cadence of 1 currently. Plain RTY. Speed. Let's put the text on for the speed on the psychology bot. Text on. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's talk about all of the tips and tricks of things. If we want to take a trade, read from left to right. Real simple. Let's get down to the basics of things. What was the most recent play on the high time frame? I see a green right here. Green, long, awesome. Over here, technically, I mean, shows red, but obviously we hit an upside move. Let's see if we can get some continuation on that. We've got green on the nerd. So as of right now, through this entire space, we kind of wanted to we want to be looking for a long in there. Right. And the last set of filters, I just want to see if these match up. Now I have I got a red arrow. I got neutral right here. I'm going to take a 2-try rule on this play here. I need to click 30. I stop behind the enigmas here. Now I forgot to increase my trade size from trades 1 through 5. I think on the last one, did I do 4 contracts in that last one? I did. So I needed to actually have hit that button one more time on this play. So I should have made up for more than that on that play. Let me go back here, press F6 here. There's the entry for it. My big ATM stop of 25 ticks. So it might be a little tight on the 4s. Again, 2-2 is really the ideal for this. Let's go ahead and go down to the 2s. RTY, the market is so slow, so I'm not really worried about the... Okay. There's an HMD short right there. I just missed that play here. Let's see if we come back up to it. If we come back up to it, I can try to play that again.
Fib.RTY on the 2.
But, you know, keep things simple. This is what I would be checking. Basic stuff like this, like, okay, well, let's just play it like a video game. This whole thing of like, does it matter to me? Am I going back and looking to mark up the bull and the bear? No, that's for really high time frame opportunity plays. Do you need that? You don't. That's the answer. Okay, you don't. Trump is talking right now. Let's see. For financial.
Fib.RTY on the 2.
Let's refresh. Launch. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch to my live account and we're going to trade some RTY.
Fib.RTY on the 2.
Getting back to basics. 519.
Fib.RTY on the 2.
Okay, there's a short right there. Need to stop behind the dot there.
Target filled. Target filled.
Enigma short on the RTY on the 2.
Target filled.
At 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Fed's Bowman speaks on the Basel
Targets filled.
Bank Capital Rules at the Cato Institute.
Okie dokie.
Text and Q&A is expected with the moderator.
No problem. Did I have the red arrow? Yes. Did I have the nerd? Yes. Did I have the nerd plus the arrow? Yes. Did I have a play setup right there? Yes. Did I have a small risk? Yes. Would have been behind the dot there, right? Now, mind you, am I hitting, 40 and 50 tick trades like I am on the higher time frame? No, I'm doing a 15 tick target and a 25 tick target. Is it enough to make a little dough? I think so. So my question is this what you were doing? I wouldn't know because I don't have any, like, don't show me your P&L. Hey, Martin, your P&L is not going to show me what kind of trades you were taking. And remember, trades are what turn into money, not the opposite, right? You can't show me the money and I can tell you the trade. Does that make sense?
Furthermore, at least 20 LNG carriers, about half the global fleet currently available for charter, are trapped in the Persian Gulf, with daily freight costs soaring as demand from Asia surges, according to ship brokers.
I miss that sound. Target's filled. I do miss that sound. I do. Let's turn some music on there a little bit too. Let's see. No using hotkeys. My question was more directed at whether you had an exit strategy set up on the blue dashed target line, or if you hotkeys it. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Mike. No worries. No, there's nothing magical on the lines to exit that. No, it's hotkeys. Hotkeys. And yeah, look, I don't mean to sound overly. Look, there's a lot of you guys, and there's one of me. I get trolled all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's
will not be permitted
like
to enter the
you guys always want me to understand you. I'm asking on occasion, understand me. Right? There's one of me. There's a lot of you, and I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. I'm human. I got emotions too, and it does over time. Like it gets you know, sometimes it's hard to take a lot of questions from a lot of people. Same questions over and over again, where I feel like I've answered them in videos. And, you know, I know it's easy to be like, well, why don't you just watch the videos? Now, some like Mike's question there, if he's asking like, you know, a very specific question around like, hey, is he using a hotkey or is that automatically exiting on the line? And that's the other thing. Like, why don't you phrase your question appropriately? Right? Like,
Wall Street Journal on the feed.
That's the proper question. Like, if you meant, I just wanted to know, was it automatically exiting for you? Like, hey, is there something magical about the Enigma target line, or is he exiting with using the hotkey? Right, that's different than, I think you're saying like, how is he exiting? I don't know. The phrasing of the question was weird. If you wanted to ask, you know, hey, does the Enigma target automatically exit, or is he using the hotkey?
Meeting to discuss Mid-East situation.
That's different than. Not trying to tell you how to ask a question, but I'm telling you like, hey, maybe it's how you ask the question. You're complaining about how I answer. Well, how about, I mean, I hate to flip it on you, and I'm not just trying to play spin zone here on you, but I'm like, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you.
Furthermore,
maybe ask a good question.
Session on
then
March 18th.
You want me to give a perfect answer? Give a perfect question. How about that? Kind of even with AI, like when you ask AI, if you ask AI a question, how many times you're like, well, that's not the answer I was looking for. Well, you know, they said there's called prompt engineers. Engineering your prompt is very important. Giving more detail, asking the AI specifically what you want versus, you know, just you know, being lazy with your question. If you ask a really good question, you can get a really good answer. And I'm not trying to beat you up on that. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. I want you to succeed. So if it were, I mean, this is the standard 5-chart layout. Now it's all compacted. It's all in one place. I can see my high time frame. Looks like to me, high time frame is moving down. Are we under the golden ropes? Yes. So big plays with runners. Looks like the short side is going to have runners. The long side, maybe not so much as of right now. Okay. Same thing down here, right? My tide and my wave. Reading in order of operations. Tide, wave. They're both red. Okay. So I'm going here. I got red. Here, I got red. Now we have a tool for this. Close that one out. Control Shift.
According to sources, the Trump administration tells the oil industry to prepare for possible Jones Act waiver.
Jones Act waiver. Let's go to Box Pro. Let's go to Community Tools, Resources, Tools, and go to Trade Visualizer. Okay, so we do have this if we want to get tricky with it. So what color is the tide right now? It's red. Okay, red. What about the wave? It's red. Okay. Now I'm gonna set this right over here to the right of me and go, what direction are my best plays right now? Red. Maybe use that as a direction filter. I'm only going to take shorts right now. Okay, cool. Set this off on the side.
Just under 5 minutes time.
Maybe I can put this. How about we put this up?
And bank capital rules. Text and Q&A is expected with the moderator.
Zoom. All. Here we go. Tide and wave. Red. Okay, I just want this whole space. I want it very obvious to me that I should be short side only right now. Order on the website to do that. Okay. Get it? So my best plays are going to be to the short side. There's an Enigma right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that a shot. I put a stop back behind the Enigma there. My targets are already there. Although, remember, if I'm down here on the 2s, my target's really just it's a 20 ticker, right?
Target filled.
Target's filled. Now, what's going against me? Well, right now I don't have the green arrow, right? So I got to be very careful here.
Target
But
filled.
hey, made some more money. Imagine that. Made some more money. That was easy. I'm on RTY. So you guys are watching me do it. Do me a favor. If you want me to help you, record the session. That's weird. You have a render problem? Fresh. Board having issues right now? That was weird. Whoa, look at that. Rendering issue? Fair. Okay, so currently we are red, but we're green arrow. So you know what I'm waiting for right now? The best play is going to show up when I get a red arrow, right? Don't you think if I get a red arrow right there to match up with my red moderate sell, to match up with my tide and wave, probably going to be a good play? This is just how I'm playing the video game. I'm just trying to walk you guys through like, hey, I'm playing the video game, just going, I want these two things to line up, and then I want to play on this chart here. Now, if I get a play up here, and I get one right here, even better. Reading left to right, that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna read.
1 minute remaining till we get text release from Feds Bowman.
Hey Vinny, I have a question. Is YouTube delayed? Oh, bird.
10 seconds.
Okay, this is what I mean. Y'all drive me a little bit crazy. How would I know if YouTube is delayed for you? Like sometimes, like y'all.
Double delta RTY on the 2.
Feds Bowman for supervision says regulators will vote on revised capital rules in coming weeks that will reduce large banks' requirements by a small amount. Fed and the other agencies to vote on revised bank Basel capital rules.
Do you want me to check if YouTube is delayed for me?
Risk of
I will
GSIB
go to my phone here. Let's go log into the live stream.
New Basel proposal will lead to a small increase in bank capital requirements, and the GSIB surcharge proposal will reduce them. Bowman says regulators will also propose new standardized approach for risk-based capital requirements for smaller banks.
View channel.
UK Defence Ministry
for watching.
Secretary Healy says
join in
evidence
and
mounts
listen
that
to my
Iran may
voice.
have started mining Hormuz.
Yes, for me, there's about a 2-second delay. Yes, for me, there's about a 2-second delay. Yes, There's about a
The US to sell 50 billion in 52
So it's like
weeks on
literally
March
as I say it,
17th,
it's
the
coming out
settlement on
right
March
after.
19th.
So are you looking for something to blame? Like, well, maybe it's the
And the
YouTube
US to
delay.
sell
Dude,
19
we have
billion
ultra
in
low
10-year
latency
tips
set.
on
I
March
cannot
19th
make
to
this
settle
any
on March
easier for you.
31st.
But I notice like you're one of those ones. Look, you're one of those ones.
On
Aren't
March
you? Are you the
17th
Patrick
to
in our
settle on
room that
March
just
31st.
only posts when you
Oil
have
prices
red
extend
days?
gains.
Like
The
you
US
like, go,
went
oh,
from
another great day.
$1
Oh, another great day. And you
$6
just
a barrel.
post your red days, and you don't post the trades. You just post your stupid red P&L. Son, pull your head out of your butt. I want you to be good. I want you to be a great trader. Okay. I know what you need to do it. You just won't do it. And then you're like, oh, I just can't. Why? Yes, you can. You can't because you say you can't. Like, how about say that you can? Say it. Say you can. Stop saying you're a struggling trader, saying you're becoming a confident trader. How about instead of saying I can't do what Vinny tells me to do, just say I'm going to do what Vinny's
US to
told
sell
me to do.
77 billion in
Try it.
6-month bills.
Say,
on
I'm
March
going to
16th
do what
to
Vinny
settle on March
tells me to do.
19th. And the US to sell
He told me
89
to
billion
take
in 3-month
screenshots. He
bills
told
on
me
March
to record my
16th
trades.
to
He
settle
told
on March
me
19th.
to trade if I'm struggling on an NQ. He told me to try RTY. I didn't try it. Literally,
Trump
that-
says Iran
I
national
see try
sovereignty
right there,
is
don't you?
welcome to the World Cup.
RTY, TRY, try. Try it. Try. In general, some people say it's a 15-second delay, and some people say they have something that makes it not delayed. Oh, do they? I don't know about that. Is there something that... I mean, I don't think that's true. So maybe stop listening to everyone else. How about this? Like, well, I heard that. Bro, bitch, you didn't hear that from me. I mean, look, I'm just going to come right at you. Anything you've heard from anybody else, why don't you just like stop listening to everybody else? You know, why don't you pick your source of information? Just saying. I don't pretend to know everything, but how about you at least get to where I'm at? And I want to say at least, but I'm going,
US Defense Secretary
why are you
Keeley
listening to a bunch
says
of brokies?
mine clearance is near
No
impossible
offense.
during the conflict.
But seriously.
The best way to reopen the shipping route is to de-escalate.
Blind leading blind?
Excuse me, that's the UK Defense Secretary Healy.
I don't get it. You know, track and field. What's the anchor in track and field? Who's the anchor? I don't know why they call it the anchor, because I always thought that was weird. Why do they call them the anchor? Like anchor, it sounds like they're heavy.
Traders no longer fully price in one Fed rate cut.
You want
in
your anchor to be the
2026.
fastest to run the last leg of the race.
Enigma short on the
Are you going to pick your worst player to be the anchor? Okay, now, maybe I don't take this trade. Why? Well, I don't have the red arrow. Okay, so if I wanted to be super disciplined right now, I don't have the red arrow. I got moderate sell. And if it's me, look, I'm a little riskier player. So I'm going to go ahead. I would take this play. Right? But maybe you don't. Yeah, it's always going to be a couple seconds. Like, that's just the nature of the internet. It's not even YouTube. It's like the nature of the internet. The fact that we're producing and putting out, 30 to 60 frames a second is just an amazing feat to begin with. And you don't need to, because guess what? You don't have a delay on. Guess what you don't have a delay on? My software.
The Australian
ALGO box is on your screen, and it's like, boom, instantly right there.
UK 30-year yield climb.
That's why I don't want you to come over here and need to rely on me
The
to
highest
pick
since
these trades
October.
for you. I'm teaching you how to fish for yourself, and I've given you the greatest rod and reel that there is, called ALGO box. Learn to use it, right? Oh, that's why you asked me. Hey, there you go. Well, I don't believe that's true. Okay, but I hope that's not a problem. I don't believe there's any way to stop that delay. But you see, what's weird is, again, what was your question though? You asked your question was, is there a delay on YouTube? Well, of course there is. Of fucking course there is. I mean, did you know that there's a delay from the moment that I click on my mouse to the pixel that changes on my screen?
According to sources,
Did you know there's a delay there?
From Novorosky, 10-day
It's
price
milliseconds,
in March due to drone attacks.
but if you watch videos out, everything, there's a delay to every single thing, everything you do in life, there's a delay to absolutely everything. There's a delay to sound. They talk about when they break the speed of sound, the whole sonic boom. What does a sonic boom come from? It's when you exceed the speed of sound, right? Sound travels at a certain speed. There's a distance delay from the moment that I say something to the time that you might hear it. And yes, you're hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from me right now. There's going to be a delay. All right, so I didn't think I needed to answer the absolute obvious. If you're asking, like, is there a way to reduce the delay? That's your actual question, son. Your question is actually, hey, is there a way to reduce the delay even further? Well, that I actually might research on. I'd be like, oh, well, is there a way? Number one, on YouTube, there's a little button at the bottom right, and make sure you press on live to make sure that you're absolutely up to the latest. Live, number one. Are there tools to reduce that or not? That I have not heard of. There could hypothetically be, because if you could change your hops somehow, in fact, there are things like that for video games. But how would you know with YouTube? YouTube has distribution nodes. Well, and that's a whole other thing. Like, what, how close are you to the low, the distribution node in your region? I don't know. Right? There wouldn't be a way for me to answer that. So, the nature of your question. But like, let's get down to the base of the root of your question. Okay, we have a red arrow now, right? So now I really want to. This enigma has worked out. I got a ready DD. I want to take the next play. Does everybody understand this? Okay. Now I waited. I've got the red, and I got red up top. Man, I am chomping at the bit. Okay. Ready DD. I want to take the next play. Any PRZ, any red dot, any whatever. I'm ready to take the play. Yes. As long as that red arrow doesn't shift green. If that red arrow stays, and we kind of have a little jagged on the tape here, right? We should be chomping at the bit for a short here. Yes? Okay. So got my finger on the hotkey.
U.S. crude futures rises 10%.
I could start entering in right here.
Closed.
I don't have a structure. There we go. Headshot. All right, I'm taking a headshot. Just in case. I mean, I could stop out here. I mean, I could lose. Stop behind the cross. Okay, ready DD. Let's see if it's gonna go.
Target.
Oh, there's $200.
Target.
Oh, there's some more.
Fib.RTY on the 2.
Okay, I'm gonna lock it in. Now I just press my hotkey to bring it back to break even. Headshot short. Some people complain because, well, I don't know, 15.6 isn't enough for me. Okay. Then go up higher time frame and risk more. If you need to make more, you got to risk more. I hate to pull this for you. Like in every business, it's like that. You want to make more, you got to buy more inventory. You're gonna have to sell more. Well, to sell more, you need more inventory. You might have to spend more. You might have to have more employees. You might have to, like, there's costs involved. All right, I'm hearing buyers. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Hey, made a couple $100 right there.
Fib.RTY on the 6.
If you can't risk much, you can't make much. However, again, I was going to point out that you can stack those. Let's go in the tips and tricks areas. Let's get a bunch. Let's learn as much as we possibly can, the shortest amount of time possible. Here's 2 places that you want to spend a lot of time, in my opinion. There's a trading wisdom, and there's a tips and tricks section in the left-hand side of Discord. If you're a premium member, watch this. You want to start to really cut into your time. Or you've been around a while, you kind of know the normal stuff. Like, let's go hit the tips and tricks in the trading wisdom section. Make these larger and hit edit here. Put a little hashtag at the front of these.
RTY on the 2.
Make them big. Okay, let's go to Vinny's tips and tricks. There's minis to micros. Okay, this is what I want to talk about first. Okay, $200 a day, it's $50K a year. I just made probably made $400 off of that trade right there. There's $100K. Just that little trade right there. Cool, done. Next. You do that. But you got to stack the wins like this instead of trying to go, I want to do 100K in a day. Now, can you do that? Yeah, we almost did it yesterday. It was 80K yesterday. Something stupid like that. 82K yesterday.
Falls nearly 1%.
Well, it takes time to get there, and I'm going to have to play a higher time frame. We have to risk more. All right, somewhere in there, I think I had like, there's a peak to trough, 37K risk somewhere in there. in the P&L yesterday. You want to go back and watch yesterday's thing. But if I want to come down here and I can only risk $400, whatever that risk level was a minute ago, it popped up on the screen. This is where, you know what's cool is, I can go to the tape and I can roll it back. I go to YouTube. I'm gonna go look to see what that
change your entire trading career.
One change trade your entire trading career. Yeah, probably, possibly.
Found.
This
Thanks.
is the future.
What did I just click on? This is the future? Tell me that again.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Let's talk about this. Double cross, double move. Now, there is a double cross play in which we are looking for the reversal. We are going to try to hopefully eliminate some of the confusion with that. All right, where was I going here? Okay, I'm going to go to our live stream here. Hopefully eliminate some of the confusion with that. All right, and I'm going to roll. I'm going to go to our live stream here. I'm going to turn off the audio so I don't hear myself double. I want to roll back on that last play I just took here. Go quality level 1080p. Okay, there it is. All right, now let's see, did I move my stop? I did. Put the stop behind the dot. Okay, so right here and right there, boom. Okay, so let's zoom in on this and let's see if I can tell what was my risk on this. I've got the position details. Oh, it's behind the... Well, I can tell. It's 11 ticks.
Divergence of RTY on the dot, RTY on the 9.
Can y'all see that? Yeah, stop. Okay. Stop 11 ticks, and just behind it, behind the stop tags there, it shows the dollar value. I was hoping to actually see the dollar value, but can't. So here we can see the stacks of reward. So for that bottom one, it's $135 for if we hit that bottom one. $65 to this very first one right there. 85 to that one. And again, these all add up. So it's 65 plus 85 plus 115 plus 135. So let's see, 135 is 115. That's 250 plus 85. We're at 315 and some change plus 65. So almost, was it about $400? $400 somewhere in there in total. I don't know how to make it any easier. I guess I'm kind of going with that. Like, I don't know how to make this easier. There's an Enigma. I'm going to go ahead and take that and put my stop back behind the Enigma. Do I still have red and red? Yeah, I got red arrow. I've got moderate sell. Had, you know, we want to take red sides. This definitely looks like I'm hearing buyers on the tape here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Take a small loss on that. I hear audio box coming in. What do I know about Enigma plus audio box? I have specifically
in cross-border payments
details on this in our documentation section.
47 spot free.
There is a trick about Enigmas. You need to know if you're going to be an Enigma player. Enigma audio box. All right, here we go. Enigma plus audio box. When I'm hearing popcorn on the tape, the short answer is, if we can come down here to this video. This video is going to tell us go in the direction of the audio. Okay, and then target either the back of the Enigma if it's going against you, or to the target if it's going with you. Right, but I can close out a trade, click it. I don't have to hold it all the way back out there. Okay, we're coming back down here. I'm gonna try rule this, and I'm going +1, Go ahead, same thing. Stop behind the Enigma here this time. I want to hit the target. If I start to hear buyers, oh, we got a green arrow here. If I start to hear buyers, I will just close it out. I'm gonna add on the Seuss. Okay, I got a Seuss right there. See if I can try to maximize this play. If it's gonna go down, all this does feel very trappy. If I hear buyers, I will go ahead and close it out pretty quick. Because again, I'm trying to show like low risk entries here, because that's what I keep asking people, or keep hearing from people. How do I take low risk? Well, number one, get off NQ. Like, if you're gonna trade NQ, like the definition of NQ is risk. Okay, NQ is risky, but with risk, you can also get paid, right? You're gonna get paid faster, but you're also going to lose faster on NQ. Right, so we're down here on RTY. We don't have the arrow with me right now, so it's risky. Should be going ahead and kind of skipping on this play here. Nope, I'm hearing buyers. Okay, I'm gonna take the loss. If it's not there, you have to be okay with that. Not every play is gonna be a winner. That's the hardest part about trading, is that not every trade is gonna be a winner. You can do everything right and it can still not win, right? Now, I'm not doing everything right now, because what do I have? I got the green arrow there. Why don't I just wait until that red arrow shows up? I know I've got a double Enigma right here. So I can maybe draw a little white line here. Maybe a pro tip. Control R, move all here real quick, and just draw one line. Thing that I care about right now, the most recent thing is, there's a couple of Enigmas right here. If I get a red arrow come in right here, maybe I come back and I replay that. Nope. Okay, now I've got, it blew straight through these and neither of these got to their target. So now I have a cadence of what? I have a cadence of 2, right? 1, 2, that did not work. That is a 2 cadence right now. Are we in the morning? Technically we are, because we are still before noon. So do I want to take the next play? Yes, I do. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come up here. I'm going to arm long, arm short. I'm going to do semi-auto, L2 on, and I want to hit the button 2 times. Okay. Now I've set this to go. I've got cadence in my favor and I don't want to miss the next play, right? And I know that I'm down here on the 2s. Things happen quickly here. Okay. I'm going to watch for that red arrow if we come back through there. But if we get the next Enigma, I want it to automatically enter in for me. You understand that? Losing is part of the trading business. Yeah. And that I think is the hardest part of trading. You know, a lot of people say other stuff is harder. We need to filter, but the hardest thing about trading is taking losses. When there's perfect plays and it doesn't work out. That's the hardest thing. And being okay with that and going, okay, it's okay. I'll get the next one. Bumpy P&Ls. People don't like bumpy P&L. Speaking of P&L, let's pull up one of my charts. I don't know what today look like here. Let's go trade performance. Pop that up here. It's over multiple days here. Let's go back to
double delta RTY on the
let's
2.
go to what's today? 12th. All right. Let's go here to 12th. Take out them and practice stuff. Go to trades. And some people don't know how to do this. Let's go in here and we want to hit from daily. We want to go to trades. So we get our nice, you know, here's our bumpy P&L. If that's hard for you, well, this is welcome to trading. Okay, your P&L is not going to be a straight line. It's just not. Okay, we got a red dot here. So if I need to be a highly risk averse trader, can I take this play right now? No. What do I have? First, I got neutral. Right, I'm right in the middle of the fiddle zone. I don't have the arrow. I don't have 2 things, right? So I can just go, okay, there's no trade right here. I need to take any trades. Vinny, is it at all possible?
Strikes in Beirut.
the current setup to add more buttons to the trade management function. ETN, ETF area, what? ETN.
11:30
Oh,
a.m. Eastern
down
time,
here?
we have the US full
More
weekly
buttons.
auction. Prior high yield,
Adding
3
an
spot
X
64%,
tick target.
to cover 2.89.
From either entry, adding X tick target from either entry
Enigma short
Stellantis
or
is
current
in talks
price.
with Xiaomi and XPeng on Europe deals. Stellantis seeks China EV tech
adding an
investment in
X
European
tick target
business.
again. Like,
With
yeah, y'all,
Stellantis
I'm
weighing
telling you,
stake sales in
apparently asking
Maserati
questions is
and other
hard.
European
Okay,
brands.
AI is going to be hard for people. You can't, if you can't prompt properly, like you're expecting a perfect answer from a shitty question. That's just, y'all, fix yo shiat. Today is the day I'm here to tell y'all, fix yo shiat. If you want to get good, fix yo shiat. Okay, fix yo shiat. How about start with be excellent. 2 words, be excellent. Be a person of excellence. Speak fluently, speak clearly, ask your question clearly. Let the other person not have to ask, what the heck did you just ask? I have no idea what you're saying. Can we put another button here? Yes. What are you asking for? No idea. Adding an X tick target from either entry or current price. From either entry or current, what the fuck are you talking about, son?
According to her,
X target. It meant to be a variable target. I kind of understood that. Could be 10 ticks, could be 25 ticks, hence X ticks. You just want a button that says that? You want a button that says X tick target from, and you want it to read your mind, right? You want it to read your mind. Where are you going to put the parameter at? Where are you going to put the number at? Les, are you a project manager in real life? I smell project manager. I smell project manager. Oy vey. Sorry, folks. It was the day. The day. Put me some feedback down in the comments. If you have lived through this video, put me a comment down below. Was this torturous to listen to? Was this helpful in any way whatsoever? Should I delete this video? Is this too caustic? Am I being too in your face? I am trying to shake the trees. I am trying to shake you and pull your head out of your butt. I feel like this is how, just so you know how I read this is my coaching moment telling you, son, pass the fucking ball. Pass the ball. Dunk the rock. Pass the rock. Make the play. Follow the playbook. Pick and roll. Like, stop horsing around on the court. Stop doing your little whoop. Shooting like this is fun when you're in the 3rd grade. Whoop. Okay? This little one-handed whoop. Learn to shoot a free throw. Okay?
Fitz Bowman speaking during Cato Institute Q&A.
Yes.
says,
Later
Federal
on
movement
in the
on
comments, if you're
market
watching
proposal
this,
next
tell me,
week.
was this
We'll have
torturous? Did you get something
90-day
from it?
comment
Is this
period.
helpful? Is it not helpful? And I know I could do this nicer, but guess what? It wouldn't be as effective. For whatever reason, people do not get it when you're speaking nicely. They're like, you got to yell at them. You got to yell. You have to. It's like going to the gym. Can you get bigger, faster, stronger by not breaking down your muscles? No, I guess that's what it is. Okay, you got to hit the gym, and the gym, you got to get tore up. You got to get tore up from the floor up to get off the floor.
In 5 minutes' time, we have the US
So this is your
full
time.
auction. Prior high yield, 3.64%. Prior bid to cover,
I'm trying.
2.89.
Because again, there wasn't just one person asking.
Fitz
there was another one
Bowman hopes to
yesterday.
implement
I
new
was saying, I'm
rules
like,
in relatively short
look,
time
I
frame.
think it's pretty common sense. The market has been absolutely nuts to sit there and be like, how come me as a new trader, I'm not doing well in this super crazy ass nut market? I told you, the market is absolutely nuts right now. This is not for the new people. And if you are trading and you're brand new, you should be trading on RTY. This is like, you should not be if you're new, don't trade in Q. Write it down. If you're new, don't trade in Q. If you're new, don't trade in Q. Or if you do, hey, there are some other guide rails that you need to do around it, and you're going to have a bigger account. You're going to pay in life on one of two things, either time or money.
So White House Press Secretary
You
Levitt
can
confirming
shortcut your time if you have money.
is considering waiving
If you don't have time or money,
period of time.
man, figure out how to make one. Make time or make money. One of the two of those you are going to have to do. This is welcome to life. Welcome to life, big guy or girl. Same. Box out. That's right. Box out. Yes. Get wide. Right. Basketball. Box them out. They shot. Okay. Turn around. Box out. Look up. You know. Put your arms up. Well, put my arms by my side. Put your arms up like this. Get ready. Because it's a shorter distance from here to here. Here to here. The other guy's ready. You're not. You're going to lose. I'm trying to get you to win all the time. I want you to win all the time. I still have full auto on here, so this will probably, you know, this is still going to take the next play for me while I'm over here gabbing away. Currently, we are green and green, right? Now, one thing I could do, I could take off arm short, right? Ooh, let's talk about that. Why would I do that right now? You want to get super risk averse? Look, this is how we play the video game. You got green and green right now. Maybe I don't want to take any shorts. But I do want to take shorts. Why? Because I got cadence like crazy with me right now. We're pushing outside the fiddle zone, and we're about to run into a masher. Because everybody's like, oh, well, I thought it's nerd and arrow. Yeah, until you hit a masher. Where's the masher at? Have you noticed that the masher right here has been right there, right there? Look at the little hill right there. When he gets right here, what do you think I want to do? Probably want to look for a short, yeah? So arm long, arm short, and I've got 2 enigmas that didn't work. So I've got a cadence of 2 right now. Is it morning? Yes. Is it before noon? Yes. So do I know statistically that it's kind of rare to see 3 in a row lose in the morning? Yeah. Is it 100%? No. You want 100%? Man, this ain't the game for you. Nothing is 100% in life. Folks, you can drive in your car today. Do you have a 100% chance of arriving at your destination? Nope. Chance you could get in a car accident and die. How about just getting a car wreck? Maybe not die, but actually kind of a semi-strong chance, depending on how long your commute is, how far your commute is. The longer you spend in your car, the more likely you are to have an accident. It'll cost you money. Back to that whole time or money thing. Nothing is guaranteed. You're going to take risk to get a reward. Because, you know, your destination, you might have a good time. Wherever you're going, you might have a good time. Maybe it's not to work. Maybe you're driving to the carnival. Maybe you're driving to Astroworld, Six Flags. You're going to go have a good time. You're going to go see friends or family. You're going to have a good time. So my risk here is that, well, I could lose the trade. My reward is that I could feed my family.
Surely expect in the US 4 weeks.
Interesting perspective. Love today, but I'm also used to this as my love language to my family. Yeah, I care enough to yell at you. Beat me up. That a boy. That's what I'm talking about. Feedback is a gift. They say in corporate change mindset about criticism. Yeah. Best video. Oh, good. Helpful. Okay, good. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback so far. And I would probably still do it if I wasn't getting good feedback. I'll just be honest. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I have become wired to a point where I don't care about anything but the truth. Like I really don't. The fact that I now know that your doctor lies to you about salt diets, your doctor tells you to have a low salt diet, and I literally know that as soon as you get to the hospital, they pump you full of 9,000 milligrams of salt.
Enigma short on the RTY2.
It still blows me away. I know I've talked about this at least twice now on our live stream. Soon as you get into, like, you call an ambulance, first thing they do, hook you up to an IV. What's in the IV? Salt and water. You're a salt-based system. You're an electronic system. Donates the electrons to your whole system. All of a sudden you just feel better all over because every organ in your body works better. Viruses, bacteria, all that kind of crap can't live in a saltwater environment. That's why my saltwater pool has salt in it. No algae, no bacteria in it because the salt kills it. Isn't it crazy? And then that gets people mad. But I love my doctor. Your doctor wears a white lab coat and a stethoscope. Well, Let me ask you something. If I put on a white lab coat and put a stethoscope on, are you going to listen to me now? Am I now qualified? Well, no, it means you spent 7 years doing what? Oh, okay. 7 years of indoctrination into the how to get paid to tell people that their health is poor, or how to get them to come back to you. Put them on a shot schedule. Pump them full of poison. Pump them full of DNA that's not theirs. What did I just say? What do you mean DNA that's not theirs? Go read the pamphlet. Well, some of them don't come with pamphlets anymore. But they used to at least have the insert that was like this long. And you could read all the stuff that's in it. And you're like, if you use the word DNA on all of them, like, oh, it's got dead baby cells in this one. This one has monkey kidney DNA. How about use DNA? How about use the word DNA instead? This has chicken DNA in it. This has snake DNA in it. This has monkey DNA in it. This has other baby who's not you DNA in it. This one has... What do you think your body's going to do?
Free spot 64%, free spot 64%.
Your body is designed to reject anything that's not its own. We all know that, because if you're an organ donor and you get somebody else's organ, you get put on anti-rejection meds for the rest of your life, because otherwise your body is going to recognize that that is not your DNA and it's going to kill it. Your body is designed to kill anything that is not there, and it reacts to it. Anyway, you just get the whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I just don't care. Like, I don't care about your lies. I don't care about your bullshit ISS green screens, blue screens. Ooh, the ISS. Dude, once you open up an optical telescope and you look at a star and you realize that a star is a light in water, and that everything you've ever seen from NASA is fucking CGI, it's game over. Done with it. Just come in here, win, and get your freedom. Get your freedom from the lies. I used to wonder, like, why did Jesus say that I'm the way, the truth, and the life? No man comes to the Father but by me. And he said that you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. What? Like, I didn't understand that. How is the truth going to set you free? Oh, I know now. Now, sometimes I wish you would have said it in a different way. I wish you would have said, everyone is going to be lying to you. Your doctor's going to lie to you. Your space is fake. I wish it just, like, lay it all out. But you know what's funny is this, that's the beautiful thing about life, that he allowed us to have this challenge, this video game of life that we get to have and experience. Because, as my kids said, video games would not be fun if they were too easy. Life is actually fun because it's hard. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird to think about? Life is fun and exciting because there's a challenge to it. You ever been really, really bored out of your mind? They say, oh man, I'm bored out of my mind. Don't have anything to do, no goals, no perspectives, nothing to go after. Yeah, it would suck. It wasn't hard. I mean, it's only exciting, you know, when we have our little celebrations. You know, when that little jam comes on right there. It's only cool. It's only cool because it was hard. You only get to celebrate the win because it was hard. Because you're like, holy crap, I made 6K. I made 6K. I can put food on the table today. Because I did what? Because I won the game. Because I won the game today. Oh, we got a different screen. Anyway. Pull that back down. You only get to celebrate because, dude, why would you celebrate if it was easy? How do I go to top left? Top left, we're in this weird thing here. We're getting back to basics. But I'm telling you, like, win big or win small. What's the difference? Well, there is a difference. I'm not saying there's no difference. There is a difference in winning big and winning small. Now, I'll tell you what.
According to the Wall Street Journal,
you win big when you do the small things well. What is the difference between the word ordinary and extraordinary?
So for the further info into this Wall Street Journal article, oil giant Saudi Aramco is in talks with at least 2 Ukrainian companies to buy interceptor drones that could help protect against Iranian attacks targeting its oil fields, according to people familiar with the matter.
What is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? extra. Otherwise, it's just ordinary. Without the extra, it is just ordinary. You are going to have to do something extra, son. You are going to have to get an extra screenshot effing utility. No, you cannot use the Windows effing screenshot utility. No, you are not good enough to not record yourself. I record myself. Yes, technically speaking, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. No one can beat me in a trading competition anywhere on YouTube. You know, it's the whole thing. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can beat me. And anybody who has ALGOBox can probably also beat me. But me and ALGOBox versus anybody and not ALGOBox, I will beat your ass. Why? Because I do the extra. I have recorded myself. I have gone back and reviewed my tape. I watch my trades back. I have done the extra. That is why I am extraordinary. Not because I'm extraordinary by default. Because I did the extra, and you can too. How do I know? Look at our members in our chat. I see the people. You know who they are. You can name them in our chat. How about the P's in our room? How about the plutoniums? How about the Papa Dazers? How about the Whiskers? How about the Kazis? How about the Eddies? How about the people who do the work, who have put in the extra? They put extra screenshots in the room. They share more in the room. Guess what? The more you give, the more you receive. What? Yeah, it's a Bible principle too for all the people who are in church and all the pastors who DM me all the time but don't hang out with us here. Right? Again, I get text messages. There are all these little creepers in my DMs.
For those interested.
All the little like, oh, you know, we talk in private. They just love, you know, it's crazy. It's ego for them. It's ego. And they're pastors. What is it? Why are you pastors? If you're a pastor, why don't you tell people the truth? Why don't you just tell people the truth then, bro? Well, because that wouldn't make you money, right? You're like, oh, well, you know, people won't like me. They won't put money in the offering plate. Well, got some other news for you. How about this? I will give you the capacity to speak the truth because I will take care of your money situation. How do I take care of your money situation? How about you learn to trade really well, do the extra here, and then how about you get on that pulpit and do something useful? Jackass. Why don't you stop being so scared to tell the truth? Get up there and be useful to people. Make money in some other way. And if it's not through trading, okay, be a plumber and then preach on Sunday. Old preachers back in the day, apparently a lot of them were tent makers, dude. Sew tents and things and preach. But you know what? There is too much information to not know the truth now. Scripture even tells us in the end days that knowledge will increase. It's a nice, easy way of saying you're going to have access to all the information. If you're still stupid and you can't figure out that there's a dome above you when you look at a rainbow and you're like, well, the colors of the rainbow and the shape of the rainbow is influenced by the medium that the light is shown through. You take a straight line prism of a triangle and you present it up on your wall and you get a straight line of rainbows, which is weird. We call it a rainbow, and yet it's not a bow. You ever noticed? When you put it through a standard prism, it's not a bow. It makes a straight line.
Move down there just a little bit off the back.
Why is it bowed in the sky? Oh, because there's a glass prism above you. Oh, because there's a firmament above you, just like God told you there was to begin with. And you're still over there believing people are shooting rockets into space. Fucking retard.
Move to the upside, a little bit down. Turn.
Have I pissed you off yet? If I haven't pissed you off today, I'm not doing my job. I have not succeeded. I'm here to piss you off and shake you up a little bit here today. Today is the day to shake you up. Wake up from something. Maybe become a good trader. Maybe you're already a good trader and you just need to know like some other truths about that doctor you're going to go and see next week.
Enigma short on the RTY2.
Maybe the most important thing I can tell you to do right now is why don't you look up the proofs of Jesus Christ? If you're like, well, I don't believe that Jesus Christ is maybe real, you think it's a story. Listen, there are more historical writings about the life and existence of Jesus Christ than Alexander the Great, than Nero, than Genghis Khan. If you believe in those other names of things that, well, I've heard it in a history book, I know those people exist. There are more historical writings to prove to you that Jesus Christ did exactly what we've been telling you he did. And you might want to make sure you've made that decision first. Accept his gift, like spitting in the face of someone who has given you a gift, who has gone out there and literally put his life on the line in the most painful way possible so that you could have the free gift of eternal life. By the way, you're going to have eternal life one way or the other. You're either going to live in a very dark, hot, or freezing cold place called hell, or paradise, aka heaven, because you have accepted the gift of Christ. You don't know what I'm talking about? Here's a spot on the top left-hand side of my Discord. Go into the Prosperity is Yours section and read that little section right there. Because I'm telling you, we're all going to need it soon. Dude, they're locking us down, bro. You think, oh, money's going to solve your problems? It's not.
Monitoring of petrol.
If you haven't stored up enough,
and the UK CMA to ask fuel stations
for what's coming,
supply
and if you don't think it's coming, y'all, come on.
Data.
Come on. We're bombing Iran right now, bro.
Iran allowed some ships to cross the strait, a deputy foreign minister has said, according to AFP.
You know, there's a lot more than oil that goes through the Strait of Hormuz. A lot more. Read the end of the story. It's coming quickly. Get your stuff right. If you want to trade right, look, it costs money to do all those things. If you want to store up food, y'all, it costs money. I don't know of a faster way to make money than what we're doing right here. Is there a faster way? Anybody know? Anybody name me a faster way to make money than what we're doing? I can't. Oh, that is a nice... Oh. Okay. I want to take that, but I know right now that if I'm trying to play like what I've taught you as a small trader, I've got green arrow and I got green. Can I be patient and wait until these are aligned for me? Or I've hit a masher, okay? We are close. That masher is way, well, we hit it once. It came down already. Okay, if we hit it twice, maybe. I got a red dot right there. I got a GLR right up above me. I'm ready any moment. I'm touching into a bowl. This thing is going parabolic up here. We're in king timing on the high time frame. There's a little PRZ right up above. And this ain't in queue. I'm going to wait till I get a red arrow up here. See if I can get me a red arrow and get this thing into neutral. Then I can look for a play. We buy insurance just about anything these days. When it comes to your soul, the insurance has already been paid. Jesus, and yet many refuse to get it. Yeah, man, I'd get it. Only telling you because I care. Believe it or not, I'm yelling at you today because I care. That is a double delta shift reversal. I am ready. I'm going to try to be patient and wait for that red arrow. Would love this to like come back and go red as well, but we have a high time frame DDSR here after king timing.
Fib.rty on the 2.
There's a dot on. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this one. I can't not take it. There we go. I'm going to put my stop right back behind the dot, so we'll kind of prove out that, look, I can take a little tiny stop there.
Chartered vessel source blessing that occurred early
Target filled. Target filled. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do you understand how the system is played? Did you notice how I just waited? I waited. I got the high time frame opportunity. I waited for the low time frame risk. There was a dot, right? Worst case scenario on a dot, I've got a little tiny stop. Look, on the 2s, look, it's a 7-tick stop. It would have been a 7-tick stop. Can you handle a 7-tick stop? This is your moment to understand what we do here. I hope you're starting to get it. I hope you're starting to get it. Because right about now, I just don't know that there is an easier way for you to understand that the system can be very simple, that you're going to have to do the simple things extraordinarily well.
a little extra at the beginning of the ordinary. You're gonna have to do the extra if you want to be extraordinary. If you want to be ordinary, sure, that is fine. There's a lot of ordinary out there, folks. You can believe in space, you can believe the bullshit, you can believe your doctor, you can trust the lab coat and the stethoscope, you can do whatever you want to do. The beautiful thing, God gave you the free gift of free will. But if you want to have true freedom, seek the truth. You shall know the truth shall set you free. Do you want to get good as me at this game? I am telling you, then do what I tell you to do. If you stop and you're not going to do what I tell you to do, stop asking me why you're not hitting the numbers that I hit. If you're going to do what I do, you might hit the numbers that I do too, but size also matters. Don't believe that nonsense that it doesn't. It does. You can size up. I'll see you guys on Friday. Early in, early out tomorrow. Full auto Friday. Hope to see you there. Have a great day. See you.